to start the show. The gang is ready. Let's go. Jim and Sam. Jim and Sam. Jim and Sam.
Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time!
Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. It's time to celebrate the moment. I feel it in my soul. It's written in my bones so deeply. I wanna lose control. So turn it up a little more and laugh along with me. The show is about to begin. Series 103. Yeah, so get ready. Yeah, I'm so ready. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Sing it like, hey, are you ready? Jim and Sam are here. Feel it like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. So if you feel it like I do, you gotta sing it with me too. Like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Yuck.
Sorry, I couldn't hear myself. I'm just reading this. Instagram's anti-bullying feature warns users if they're about to post a mean comment.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is that?
I don't know. Why are we leaving the music so loud?
I mean, we like to jam.
What are you looking at?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's going on in
People in
there?
the booth are literally looking like there's a spaceship flying above them.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank God. Lucky you.
The on-air light never came on.
Oh,
Okay.
just a light.
That's what happens when you're on a flight. You're on a flight and like it might just be a little indicator. We don't know. We have a 90-minute delay so a maintenance guy can come on and make sure a light works. But if it doesn't work, it could be a fucking wing flap.
Right.
Won't be able to land.
Or we just need to screw out the light bulb.
Yeah, sometimes it is just that.
Yeah. Oh, the light wasn't plugged in. Everything else is fine.
I mean, do we really need to be warned if you're going to be posting a shitty comment?
So are there like words that are gonna trigger the app to say, hey, that's a mean word? I do know that like
Oh, no.
when you're playing PUBG on your phone and you're sending messages to each other, if you write shut up, it just writes star 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 star.
Wow.
Except you could just turn the mic on and you hear like 12-year-olds shouting racial epithets.
Right. So
You know what I mean?
you
So it's
can
not
hear it.
like it protects you from the visual of shut up, but the horrible words that just come out of these children's mouths is so much worse.
But this, by the way, is what we're getting to, where the computer is now going to tell you that you might be affected. So all the people who are so upset by things and so easily bothered, instead of blocking people or muting them, now the computer is going to tell us that might not be good.
Doesn't it get like closer and closer to Black Mirror stuff?
It's crazy.
We were talking to, it might have been during the break actually, but I was talking to Bonnie about how it's so expected now that children, I mean, way past where it used to be, like 12, 13 years old. You're supposed to know exactly where your kid is at all times. They all have phones so you can track them.
Yeah.
And it really is this little version of all the stuff you see in those early Black Mirror episodes.
Yes, and eventually your phone will know your mood. It's not crazy. Like, you'll look in your eye, it will see your mood, and it will know even if it doesn't seem like a mean comment, it will know the tone because the phone will know the mood you're in, and it will warn you that's not a nice comment.
Yeah, we're trusting Facebook.
Crazy.
Facebook is developing what our conscience is supposed to be. Facebook is there because Facebook owns Instagram. Yep. The computer and the machine and the company are telling us what we should and should not be offended by.
Yeah, by losing the ability to offend each other. Bullying each other is different, and keeping people down is different, and systematic denigration where some people are allowed to do things
of course
is different. than people saying things that are offensive. And when you're losing your ability to in any way upset each other, you're just becoming robotic. You're becoming robots.
It says Instagram on Monday announced the launch of a new AI feature, which instantly is a red flag.
Yes.
AI is not to be trusted.
No.
A new AI feature that will notify users. By the way, AI only ever benefits the person who developed the AI. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think. Is there an example of artificial intelligence that I like? Like I can't. No, well, because if it's all built for advertising,
right?
So
it's always a trade-off.
There's a trade-off. It's great, but it's gonna invade your life. It's gonna tell you what products you should be buying, and it's gonna be popping up shit that you talked about, like we've discussed.
Right. Hey, good news. You can just say into the air what you want, and we can change your thermostat, and we can change the radio station. We can change whatever you want. However, everything you do will be recorded and sent to advertisers. So that's the trade-off.
Yeah, I don't use Alexa. I know the phones have the mics. The TV, you can't avoid it.
No,
but I don't voluntarily turn it on. And there's certain things I avoid.
So it says Instagram on Monday announced the launch of a new AI feature that will notify users when a comment they write could be considered offensive before they post it.
But it's weird. The way they notify you is by mail. They send
Snail mail.
They send you a certified letter that you must respond to.
It's going to cost them a fortune in stamps, but they just think that it's the way to go.
Best way to go because they think computers are shit.
Right, and they're saying too many trees. We got to cut some of these down and use the paper for something.
Absolutely. Fucking asshole trees.
It says Instagram said it will soon begin testing a new feature called Restrict that will allow users to hide comments from specific users without notifying those users that they've been muted. I mean, that's fine if you want to. If it's just muting an Instagram user and you're just saying, okay, I'm going to mute this person.
Yeah,
I don't have any issue with that. But yeah, this idea that there's now going to be algorithms figuring out exactly what's offensive. Because, I mean,
do computers understand sarcasm?
Exactly.
Do they understand context? Do they understand the news of the day and why you might be quoting somebody?
Because it's only and they're saying, well, you could just click, it's not offensive. But it's only a matter of time before they go, and 3 warnings will equal a suspension, and 6 warnings will equal 6 months without, or, turning this feature off, or whatever it is.
That's right. Yeah, eventually it'll be 3 warnings.
Because
3 flags from the system.
Of course it will.
That's where it gets scary. I don't mind all the cameras everywhere, because it stops things like Jesse Smollett.
Right, when Jesse Smollett happens.
Or Smollett. Is it Smollett or Smollett?
Smollett.
I never said that fucking asshole's name.
I know, it doesn't make any sense. But when things like Jesse Smollett happens, all of a sudden we're happy. We go like, you know what? These cameras are useful.
Yeah, or they can catch a kid's kidnapping on camera because when stores happen to be on, so they catch the license plate of their car.
And the body cams for cops, as much as I'm sure cops are annoyed that they have to have a camera on them at all times, there's probably a lot of cops that have been able to get off on people trumping up charges against them and saying, just look at the body cam.
Dude, it's better for everyone. It's better for the person in the car. It's better for the cop because the cop no one can make false claims, or it's harder to make false claims with the fucking camera. Because certain cops have been buried by it. When you see those cameras, you see the people like, I'm not doing anything, and then they're still pointing.
It's better for everybody.
Better for everybody because the record is there.
But there's a difference between cops wearing cameras and cameras being on public streets, and this stuff being put into your house.
Yes.
Without you putting it there. It's not like it's a security camera that you set up that goes to a hard drive that's in your house. It's, a microphone and a camera. Huh?
Oh, yeah, it is.
What do you mean?
I have that in my house.
No, I'm saying, but that's fine. That's not like...
For security reasons, it's over the bed.
Yeah, for security reasons only. We got to make sure that nobody robs my bed or jacuzzi.
But I don't have volume on those. The 2, I have one on my front door and one on the terrace. But it is scary that some you do get used to the idea
of cameras being on you.
Of cameras being on there, and the one outside I have has a red light around it. It's meant to be seen. It's not hidden. It's supposed to be a deterrent.
But that's for ninjas.
Yes.
Jumping, that it could rappel off the roof onto the terrace.
I actually have a sign facing the actual rooftop where people are. And it says there's a camera here.
In case,
That's
they
right,
get
for
up
helicopters.
That's really smart. But, I mean, it's stuff like this that they're going to be able to shape. I mean, it's going to shape language. It's crazy. And you're leaving it to a private company. It's so funny, you know. Everybody thought that Big Brother was the government, but the government isn't the concern.
No, because half the people in the government are just as vulnerable to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because when they fuck up, they can't, like, the example I've used 100 times is Petraeus in the CIA when he couldn't get rid of the email when he had the affair
Right.
with the woman I think was his biographer. If that guy can't make one disappear, none of us have a shot.
Right, because the in the government there is still, whether you believe it or not, and I don't know how deep you want to get into it, but there is still this expectation of you have to answer to people, right?
Yeah.
So if you get caught fucking up, like there are records of things, when it's a private company, as long as you've clicked agree on that 19-page document that you click agree on before you start your account, they don't have to tell anybody what's going on.
Yeah.
At all. Like you got to tell your shareholders whether you're making money or not, but other than that, no, we're a private company. We keep things private.
I want to read. I've never read it, but I actually want to read the agree. We all do it, and they know you're going to do it. We all agree to everything. Just agree to the terms, and I'm guilty of it too.
Well, yeah, everybody is.
They bury it in there, and there's certain things you can control the permissions of. But you can control. Like, you could see who gets the data and where it goes, and you can say no, but you got to take that extra step. And I'm too lazy to do it.
Steve Wozniak, he was the guy who started Apple with Steve Jobs. He was the smart one. He was the engineer. He was the computer guy. He said, you got to get off Facebook, dude. Like, he looks at Facebook and he's like, are you crazy? This is what, like, everybody is giving this company all their information just for the purpose of having a Facebook page?
You know, I don't, Tinder, I didn't know it happened. I was on Tinder at one point, and I would sign in through Facebook, and I would let your users know, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I stopped using it, and I never use Facebook to sign in for anything. It annoys, I have my accounts, but I don't attach them to anything else.
Yeah. And you don't really, like, use them for stuff other than maybe professional
Minor
stuff, right?
communications here and there. Very little. I upload videos. I
Right.
almost never use Facebook.
But just regular people put their whole lives on Facebook.
If Facebook wasn't such a busy, shitty fucking page, I'd be on it every day because there's so many people you can reach.
Yeah.
But party invite, event invite, come say hello to me. Shut the fuck up.
Would you like to play a game with me?
I would not. And it's very difficult to control. If my page can be made simple,
Yeah.
without all that fucking douchey nonsense that they think is going to make you want to be there, you would have me.
I still can't figure out, am I responding to this message from the fan page or the personal page? They have to be linked, but this one isn't that one.
If I post something on my fan page, I also want it to post on my personal page, but I don't know how to do that. Like,
yeah.
It's exhausting.
Yeah. It's too much.
Again, good for some promotion. But if I put up videos, like everyone's doing stand-up videos, if I get 35,000 views or 80,000 views on either Instagram or Twitter, I'll get 15 on Facebook. It's just not a good, I think, very clean stuff works better because people are more likely to share that on Facebook is much more family, your parents.
Yeah.
I say your parents, I'm everybody's parents' age, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. You also have different audiences for different things. Like some people are big on Facebook and then they aren't really doing much on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Can you post something on Facebook that's embedded in YouTube and YouTube gets counts for it or no? Are they not compatible?
Yeah, you can. So here's the thing though. You can definitely embed a YouTube video on Facebook. You just put the link up and the YouTube video will come up on Facebook feeds. But what Facebook does is they push their videos to the top of the page as part of the algorithm because they want those numbers. There was a big scandal that Facebook was trumping up their numbers. Like nobody trusts Facebook numbers anymore.
They don't.
Because especially when Facebook started Facebook Live, they would push all that to the top and there were accusations of them going crazy pumping up the numbers so that, big companies were just putting all their money and being like, oh, we'll just do content on Facebook, not realizing that the numbers weren't necessarily accurate from what I read. But yeah, you can post YouTube videos on Facebook, but they will never get the same eyes that Facebook videos will get.
But you can just put it in Facebook and it'll do better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just connect my Instagram and Facebook together because it's the same company anyway. So if I post a video on Instagram, it just goes on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
For me, that's, I don't ever Very rarely do I sign on to my Facebook page. I just link it on Instagram. So the stuff I put on Instagram, it just goes right to the Facebook
It's
page.
exhausting.
It's too much.
It's fucking exhausting.
It's too much.
That's what happens with like social media and all this shit. Like, again, guys are 50 like myself, and it becomes overwhelming, so you don't want to do any of it. But it's like you just got to do a little bit. You're not going to do all of it. You're not going to get every, when Dane Cook. By the way, Dane is responsible for a lot of this fucking social media revolution with comedians, at least, because on MySpace,
He was the first comic that got big on social media.
Yes, and through colleges, and he was amazing on that. So it put him in arenas.
Yeah. And I think Mitch Hedberg was dead already by the time he started really spreading on social media. But social media did a lot for his career.
Yeah,
after he died.
After
but,
Mitch died, people are like, oh yeah, that guy was hilarious. That's how it is when you die. People recognize how hilarious you were.
Right. He was
Patrice,
probably,
same thing.
I think he was the first comedian that died and got big after he died via social media.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Patrice got a lot more. It's funny to hear all these people talk about Patrice, and we all knew how funny, but it's like, well, yeah, but not that people ignored him, but all of a sudden now they're like, oh yeah, now that he's gone, and you have a complete body of work, people are like, fuck, that guy was great.
And they concentrate on the work. They're not sitting there getting wrapped up in the day-to-day like he's a misogynist or he yells at this person or he's mean or whatever. They just, all of a sudden, they're not really worried about the interpersonal stuff, and they just focus on the work, and they go, oh, he was incredible.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, younger generations, they will just give whatever social media asks for, whatever Facebook asks for, they'll do it without thinking, because everybody's on social media, everybody's got Facebook, everybody's on Snapchat, everybody's on whatever. So they just put all their shit up there. When you look at stuff, you question, like, do I really want these accounts to be connected? Like, I remember when I was a kid, it was like, you can't put your address on the internet. Are you fucking crazy? I remember when, like, internet shopping, I'm going to really date myself, but I remember when internet shopping was considered risky.
Yeah, people are scared to put credit. Some people are still scared to put credit card numbers. And by the way, you're not wrong. Yesterday, I got a fucking call from my credit card company, the fraud alert. There was like 70 charges that are not mine.
70?
From
7-0?
my main credit card, 70. Somewhere they got it. It could have been a swipe I did somewhere that had like a little magnetic strip where they catch. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, that's
that's
probably
why-
errand boy getting stuff for your party.
Yeah, it was probably Rob treating himself to a
Yep,
few
that's what I
items.
think.
He didn't have my credit card.
That's what you think.
Yeah, he probably did go through your shit at home.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
went-
always in my pocket.
Yeah, but his
I'm
hands
sorry,
are...
Your what?
In my pocket.
That's so cool. His hands are usually in there, too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
In my zipper. But, so it's like people do get your shit, but the thing is the fraud alerts are so good now.
Right. It's...
And they don't, I talked to them for 10 minutes since you went over charges with me. Is this yours? There was $6 out of Ireland. That's not mine. How about this? How much? $13 out of India. All from yesterday. So they do I guess they put them on a site or whatever they do. And then,
And they know, they can tell.
They
Like,
can
they know
tell.
what habits are. They're not getting swindled by anybody.
And I get so annoyed, especially when you're online, Christmas rush in New York. Yeah, there's 40 people behind you. Oh, your car's been declined. You have to call. I'm like, what the fuck? But I guess this is why, because they're
fraud alert.
constantly getting...
Yeah, but it could be. It's not like, I don't think online shopping is any more dangerous than anything else. They just remember like 2 years ago when somebody got into Target's system and they just stole all the credit cards from people who had actually shopped at Target in the store.
That's right. It could be something like that too. Yeah, somebody's been compromised.
Yeah, so it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's part of not using cash.
It's just
a risk.
annoying though, because they're going to send you a new card now, and then you're going to lose certain, like if you have a monthly fee that you pay on there, won't you have to go back? It'll be declined. You'll have to go put your new card. It's like,
Yeah, it's a nuisance.
yeah.
It's a total nuisance.
I can't wait until it's just a fingerprint and an eye scan.
It kind of is. I mean, if you use your phone, Apple Pay is
That's
amazing.
kind of what Apple Pays wants you to do.
Apple Pay!
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what I hate about Apple Pay.
I used Apple Pay at Wawa last night. It was incredible.
I don't use it because whenever I'm driving with my GPS and I put it in my phone by the fucking in the cup holder or whatever, it connects to something in my phone and the shitty Apple Pay logo comes on over my GPS. I'm like, what's wrong with this?
What do you mean?
Like, when you have like a little cup holder where you put your USB in your car below
Okay.
the radio. If I stand my phone up there and I'm driving, there's something my phone is touching in the car that connects it, and the Apple Pay logo
That's really weird.
comes up and it's enraging. Oh, by the way, as I'm saying that, I realize I have to go in there and change my fucking credit card now. Whoever took my
because you
credit
got
card number, I hope right now they are fucking. I hope they just found a lump. Motherfuckers.
Not something quick and severe, something slow and painful.
Slow lump in the cheek. It's gonna spread to their chest and testicles.
Look, it's not much now, but it is inoperable.
Oh,
That's it.
fuck! All the places I'm gonna have to go. My iTunes, my
Yeah, everywhere you got to change it up.
sucker.
Yeah, I mean, they if you use your phone to pay for stuff, I use Apple Pay. I started using because Apple Pay's quicker than credit
But
cards.
isn't that tied into a credit card?
Mhm.
Yes,
But it still uses your retina scan. Like it still goes as quick as it would if it were a fingerprint.
But if your credit card gets compromised, you have to go back.
you
and
do have
check-
to go
yeah.
back and change it. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
maybe
the
I'll
same.
do that.
It's the same thing.
I think I have Apple Pay.
I'm sure you
Everyone
have
does.
it.
I don't know if I've used it.
Maybe you haven't used
I mean,
it
it is the most secure thing if you don't want.
because you're not taking your card out, so people don't get the number.
Yeah. Plus, it's all like super encrypted, like 5 times over.
Yeah,
What, you
and
use your little wallet.
and Tim Cook
Yeah.
is not stealing credit cards. He just wants to put a little Apple dealie on it, and that's fine. Everybody can have their credit cards. Are you going to get the Apple credit card, Travis?
No.
Why not?
They're trying to get in the credit card business.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well, does it give you
can get $1 back on every 100 you spend.
every 100? You know,
It's 1% or something like
I'd
that.
rather use airline miles, which is what I get. I always use airline miles because you can just book fucking flights.
And yeah, it's the Apple credit card. It's a virtual credit card on your phone, which feels the same as Apple Pay to me. And then just in case they don't accept Apple Pay, they'll send you a titanium credit card.
Which is
Yeah, like I'd like the physical card, but it's just another fucking credit card.
Plus, I feel like I'll cut my finger on a corner.
It really just like completely shows you where Apple is.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's a titanium card with a chip in it. I'm like, this is literally a credit card.
It's got laughter in it.
Yeah.
Just connected to
Well,
Apple
it's
Pay.
titanium.
It's
It's
nothing.
heavy.
Oh.
Boop.
Oh.
Boop.
Is
Yeah.
that the chip in it?
Yeah, that really is fucking irritating. That Apple is making nothing but left and right moves while they're doing credit cards and TV content.
Left and right moves. I mean, it's not even like they're trying to catch up to somebody. It's,
No,
it's,
because they're
it's a fucking
skating.
credit card.
It's
Nobody's
almost like
even
they're
doing this.
No.
They're skating left and right. They're not doing. Yeah, but everybody's got like
Plus, it's a MasterCard. Yeah. it's just
just a
it's
card.
a credit card or it's
Yeah,
content for the TV.
It's like doing a Jet. It's like JetBlue has their own Mastercard or whatever. It's just a company branded Mastercard.
Look, off the subject, I'm a Mint guy. You?
I mean, I like Mint, but not everybody can afford that. It's not exactly relatable.
No, they'll fly you Mint sometimes if you're working.
They'll fly you Mint. You think we're
No,
talking
I-
to first class flyers? Come on, man.
Why not? If certain companies will fly you.
We're talking to people who drive trucks.
Yeah.
They're not flying Mint.
Oh, look, you
Why do
can
you think
check your spending
the
on your
Mint
phone.
cabin is very small? The coach cabin is very big.
Yeah, dude, nobody flies Mint.
Most of us are flying in coach.
What do you mean you're flying Mint?
Well, I got that serious deal now.
You're welcome.
When I'm not flying through, yeah, exactly. That was a little favored nations clause as far as travel goes.
That's how it always is, actually. With the stuff I do, when you're getting flown, it's favored. Like anybody who's doing this, it's part of the contract.
What's favored nations?
favored
Certain
nations.
flights and stuff for TV or anything like that. Like if they're flying you out to do something,
It's
everyone's
generally
getting-
favored nations is generally when you go. I'm gonna whatever you give him, you have to give me. But
it's communism, basically.
it is. It's communism.
But
We
it
only
works.
got it for. I only got it for travel, but it's worth it. Tony Burton hooked it up. He's like, you got to if you're gonna give Jim first class, you got to give Sam first class.
And I got that because Opie and Anthony had it.
Right, and
That's
Jim's
the only
had
reason
it.
I had. I've had it for 15 years because of Opie and Anthony.
And so he's not gonna. You can't go back once you go forward.
Yeah.
Which means
Nice.
I'm going to
So
stay
then-
here for as long as humanly possible because I'm going to try to fly first class.
Hell yeah.
So
And
Troy
anywhere
and I
I
maybe
need,
can get in on that next contract.
I would have no
Troy and
issue.
I.
Sure.
I'm going to actually. No,
I mean,
it's not essential.
I don't know.
You're not essential to the radio effort.
Yeah. I would categorize that as a non-essential expense.
Yeah, but if they're like, hey, what else do you guys want? You know, maybe Troy and I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, been around a long
We'll
time.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Email about that. You send me an email, but rather your proposal.
Okay. Yeah, you always reply to my emails.
Do I not reply?
Never.
Sorry. You can just text me. I'd get back to you.
Well, what do you think is more important? We get first class for the boys, or we get your eggs paid for?
I would say that it goes eggs. It goes eggs, beverages, first class for the boys.
Yeah, I'd like my co-host to have his eggs paid for. I'm sorry, guys. That's
And a little turkey bacon.
we do. Yeah,
Ooh,
just
yeah.
in case.
This sounds good, right?
I love good turkey bacon.
You can have some for sure.
Troy, now you're on their side.
Well, he's gonna get turkey bacon out of the
I'm going to
deal.
request some turkey bacon today along with my meal.
Whoa, we're getting some protein in here.
That'd be really nice.
Wyland
Troy, do you
wasn't
want some
paying
turkey
attention.
bacon?
Please,
he
that'd be
wasn't.
great. Thank you.
I said, you got that? He goes, wait, what?
And a little
Was he-
turkey bacon for a separate order of turkey bacon for Troy.
Thank you.
What was Wyatt doing in there?
Staring.
I was watching the.
Lost in a field.
He's staring at Mike's
Wait,
muscles.
you were watching what? Soccer? He was watching the soccer
He's
on
watching
TV.
soccer.
Yep.
It's from
But
Sunday.
there was a Disneyland fight. Too.
It's from
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, I did see the Disneyland fight. I love, by the way, I love videos of parents fist fighting at Little League games. Is there
Is that what
any-
you were going through?
No, but
Oh,
I
you've
mean,
just seen
we've
them.
seen a few in the prep. We haven't gotten to them, but they've been in the prep lately, and I've been watching them in the Disney. I fucking love when parents start beating each other at a game because it shows you how obsessed with their own kids' success parents are. Fucking ref was a ball. Watching these assholes hit each other over a child sporting event.
And the kids are going, this is a hobby. What are you doing?
It's so great.
What are you doing? This doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
I can't. I can't. I don't think I ever saw anything like that when I was a kid. I can't imagine seeing that. But
No, I didn't either, but that's probably because I was non-athletic and was indoors.
I was a good little pitcher.
I'll bet you were.
I was.
I'll bet you were. I'm surprised you didn't end up in Penn State.
Yeah, me too. Struck out a lot.
Did you?
I told you I was so bad.
Better, Jimmy?
I played for the Royals one year, and we were
Kansas City?
No, we were based on that. We were Young's Glass Service when I was in 4th grade.
Oh.
I think 5th and 6th grade, I was in the Royals. And we got to the championship that year. I forget what team we were playing, but we were losing 13-1. It was a much better team than us.
Mm-hmm.
And there were two outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, which was the final inning, I think. And I think Craig Tallarico, who was a good player on our team, had gotten on first. So we had a runner on first, and I was up, and everybody knew the strikeout king was going to fail. So we're losing 13-1.
Usually the strikeout king refers to the pitcher.
No, that was the strikeout. There was actually one out. A runner on first. So they had Craig steal second while I was at the plate because they had no faith that I was going to
No
do
batter, no
anything.
batter, no batter, no batter.
Yeah, and boy, were they right. So I believe Craig got thrown out at second, and then I promptly went, strike one, strike two, strike three, and that was the end of the championship game. The strikeout king dick sucker fails again.
You were the one that lost the championship for the team?
No, I mean, I was the final out in what was a destroyed effort.
Craig was on second base.
No, I think he got thrown out too. I believe they just did that to try to get something moving.
And our only faith, our only savior, is Dick Sucker Jim.
Yeah, this fruit. This fucking bat on the shoulder fruit.
Strikeout, huh?
Strikeout king.
It really is amazing that you just want, I guess parents just want their kids to succeed, or they want their kids paid attention to. I don't know. I think it always goes deeper. I think that it's just all your frustrations from your job that you can't yell at your boss about, all your frustrations from at home that you can't yell at your spouse about. You get on that little league field and you see an authority figure like this coach or the umpire or whoever it is, and it just all spills out.
Yeah, and as a father, you stand there watching your cum drop a pop fly. You're like, that's my load.
And you got to blame somebody
My
for
load
it.
sucks.
Yeah, you can't blame your kid.
You can't point at your balls and punch them.
No, it's got to be the umpire's fault or some other parent's
Some
fault.
other parent's fault, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure. I mean, I felt it, but even though I didn't care that much, it's humiliating to fail in front of everybody at a sporting event. It was fucking, and they would do things like, they always try to encourage with every, like if you're standing there and there's a ball, the parents will all yell, good eye, good eye. And it wasn't a good eye. It was
No.
the pitch was fucking 8 feet outside. I couldn't hit it if I threw the bat at it.
No. I did one season of T-ball. It's probably in like first grade. But I mean, I remember, you know how awful T-ball. The ball is on a tee. It's not moving.
Yeah.
And it's still, you do that swing where you swing at the ball and you just end up going all the way around.
Well, the
You
worst
don't
is when you hit the
You don't
tee.
make contact.
When you
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
tee and the ball just falls and the tee flops over.
No, that counts as a bunt. I bunted.
It's degrading.
It really is horrible.
I wish I could remember more of my little league. I wasn't a very good player.
Yeah, that's when that's when I realized I was like, this just isn't for me. I'm not built for this. I take no joy or pride in it. I don't have any specific interest in getting better at it. I'm very bad at it. I'm not doing this.
But watching the kids get the parents fight, I look. It shows you. It's just a great insight into how important this garbage is to people.
Yeah. And it's so damaging to the kids. Like, they forget.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really screwing up my kid now by getting into fights with people in front of him.
Imagine you seeing your dad get beat up in front of your teammates. Fucking humiliating. Your dad yells at some kid's father. Kid punches him through a fence.
Yeah, look at this. This just happened last week, I think. It's a giant melee. It's a brawl with all the parents, and the kids are just watching along as like three parents just start hitting each other.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, the video that's going everywhere today is they're at Disneyland in Anaheim. This family, I think they're all one family, right?
Fighting each other?
Yeah, they all got into a fight together.
Assholes.
Did you see the video?
Yep.
It's great.
Then one guy hit a woman.
Well, the guy wouldn't stop hitting women. So it ends up, it's this whole family. Why don't you pull up the video that Rob sent you?
Okay.
The downloaded video.
Yeah, I gotcha.
This whole family is there, and they're in Toontown. And at one point in the fight, you can see that, in Disneyland, they made, first of all, like, there's all, like, the cartoon crooked houses, like, with the roof slanted and everything. And you can see at one point in the background, you know how in Hollywood they have the big Hollywood sign? They did something like that, except it says Toontown, and the letters look like clouds. And while this guy is, like, beating the shit out of what could be his sister, some woman, you can just see Toontown and cloud letters in the background.
It's a great ad for Disney.
It's great. It's perfect for Disneyland. And by the way, everybody talks about Disney World and how nothing ever goes wrong in Disney World. In Disneyland, apparently it takes 4 minutes to break up a fight between some guy and 3 chicks.
Oh, this is in California.
This is in Anaheim, yeah.
She's pretty, too.
Which one?
One of the white?
Okay, so I'll hit pause for a second. I just want to catch everybody up to speed. The man in the pink shirt just screamed at
I don't give a fuck, bitch.
a larger woman, "I don't give a fuck, bitch," and started punching her about the head.
Yeah, he just yelled at Fred Berry.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's in front of a stroller with 2 young children. 2 little kids in a stroller.
She does hit him first, it looks like.
Yeah, she slapped him first because
Okay.
he's screaming at her, but still.
Yeah, she slapped him, and then he beat her about the face.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yep.
That's what happened.
Okay.
And then the other guy with her, who's probably her husband, this guy puts the guy in the red puts his fist up to hit the other guy. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, so Nan, the guy in the pink, we were talking about it in the office. I think the theory going around right now is that the woman is the man in the pink's sister, and the man in the white, and we're tweeting out this video for everybody to see, and the man in the white is the sister's husband.
Right.
So I guess if it is your family, even as adults, you can kick the shit out of your sister
Yeah.
in Disneyland.
Sure.
That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they're just kind of swinging at each other. They're not really doing anything. They got their... Oh, Jesus
And then he hits the
Christ.
woman.
Hit pause.
What was that about?
So, I mean, they're just hitting the women. Like, they're squaring off.
These two guys.
And then the 2 guys are squaring off. And then another woman who's part of this group comes over and she goes, "Guys, you got to stop." And then the man in the white punches her in the face.
Yeah, he does.
This is Disneyland.
Yep.
And there's just 2 guys that are squaring off, but they won't hit each other. They just keep hitting the women.
There's children. There's a woman in a motorized scooter.
It's just...
Oh, what a mess.
But I'll tell you this. If I was at Disneyland, no matter what I had a fast pass for, no matter what ride I was trying to get on quick as possible so I could get online for it and everything, I would stop everything I was doing. I'd say, "Jess, hold up. Hold up right here."
watch this.
If little Edgar was with us
Would
at
you watch?
2.5, I go, "Edgar, you need to be taught a few things here. Let's watch what's going on here. I'm going to explain this to you after it happens, but let's watch this."
Let's enjoy.
Yeah, this would be the attraction of the day for me.
The guy can't close the distance. The
No.
one guy's much taller.
Okay, the woman got off her motorized scooter. The two men are still squaring off.
But they don't want to fight.
No, they don't want to fight. They're not eager to
And they
punch
both
each other.
walked away.
Like, here's the thing. When they're next to a woman, they don't even square up. They just start punching. But when they're next to each other, they keep squaring off and kind of avoid hitting each other.
Yeah, she did hit him first.
Now, yeah, she did.
Oh,
But
boy, that's what a great screenshot that is.
now the man in the pink, he's very pissed off about the whole thing. Meanwhile, there's a ton of horrified people just looking on.
Yeah.
It looks like it's the lunchtime parade. Like they've cleared off the road for this grand attraction at Disneyland. And the man in the pink is now walking over to the woman in white who earlier, if you remember, he beat about the face.
Yep.
Now, I think they're brother and sister.
I believe that's true.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he's grabbing
It's
her
funny
by
how
the head.
nobody is helping.
No.
Like, I guess this whole thing going on.
I mean, would you want to get involved in that?
No, but I mean, like, if 5 guys run over and stop it, I mean,
Yeah.
or a group just stops it. I don't mean that one guy should go kick his ass, but a whole group of people. But I'm saying
Would you join that group?
Honestly, yeah. If there was
Maybe
5
in the
or
back.
6 guys, but we don't.
They were already on the ground,
It's not
taken
about,
care of.
No,
yeah, and I'd
it's
be
not
like,
about,
hey, stay there on the ground, man. You get your damn hands off of her.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
It's not about being tough. It's about, like, as a group, there's so many more people watching, and nobody ever feels like we can stop something. They'll watch 2 guys beat up 1 guy, and 30 guys won't stop it.
That's that, even though it didn't actually happen, that's that Kitty Genovese thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Or the movie called The Incident, which was Martin Sheen's first movie, which I've talked about a lot. Martin Sheen and Tony Masanti play these 2 guys on a train terrorizing a train car. And again, it's 67, so, you know, it's a little hey, you, stop it. But it's these 2 guys being just cocksuckers to everyone on the train car, and no one on the train car will just band together and stop it.
Yeah, you don't look around at all the decent people around you and go, oh, there's way more of us.
Way more of us.
Let's just all look at each other and stop it. You don't think of yourself as a group. You're just all individuals that, well, what am I going to do?
Yeah, it's
Somebody
funny.
else will do this. Somebody else will take care of
It's
this.
funny how on social media,
Yeah.
if you want to see the difference between social media, who we pretend to be, with little costumes we put on online, and who we are now on social media, everybody would be weighing in and commenting and saying, do this, and aggressive. This guy's a bum, and if I was there, and yet they're all there, and nobody does a fucking thing.
Yeah, where's the white knights for the women that are getting punched in the face
Where are
in
they?
front of them?
Where are they? Or not even just protecting them or trying to calm the guy down. I'm
Yeah.
not even saying fight the guy.
Or how about, how about save the kids from watching their family kick the shit out of each other at Disneyland?
Yeah, if you want to see the difference between social media and real life, watch this Disney video.
Yeah.
Watch everybody watching it. That's the people. That's what real life is.
Well, they're probably tweeting about it as it
Sure.
happens.
Oh, I'm outraged.
This is terrible what's going on in front of me.
I'll tell you what, if I was there and I was a father or something and I saw the size of these guys,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go over and get involved.
No,
No,
I
but
don't want to get punched.
Sure.
And number 2, like if the police show up, I don't want to have to now go to court.
No, but
and have
the
to deal
idea
with
is
this.
that they're not.
There's
we're not
so many
asking
people
one
there.
individual.
But
to
how
come
do you get
forward.
all these dads?
Just
that are
3
there
or
with the
4 or
kids?
5 guys just walk over and go, hey, just try to calm the guy down and go, stop. You can't hit this one.
But he's obviously not logical because he's punching these poor women.
yeah, but
He is.
but he
Well,
is
no,
logical.
he's actually quite logical because he's not getting in a fight with the guy.
That's true.
He is
He's only
logical.
punching the women.
He's not punching this guy. He's not even the guy in the white and him were just kind of doing obligatory things.
Yeah, he spent 30 seconds sizing up with the other dude in the white, and then he was like, you know what, screw this, and he walked over to his sister, grabbed her by the face, and punched her.
Yeah.
Like, you could have just done that.
He's very calculating.
You see in the background where it says Toontown?
Yeah, it's very fun. That's funny.
It's supposed to be so happy.
Yeah.
That's a Toontown.
I misread that sign. All right, let's see the rest of this.
Kids are crying.
He's probably drunk.
He got his shirt ripped, his pink shirt is ripped. The janitor's kind of being like, hey guys, I was just sweeping up here, but could you stop? Okay, looks like it's all done. They're saying, let's get out of
How
here.
embarrassing.
They're walking off. Okay, now the women are fighting.
This fucking
the women are
fat
kicking.
one.
Hit pause.
Oh, that was a soccer flop.
That was the woman who was on the motorized scooter.
Oh, is it really?
She's down now.
Oh, boy. And the fucking same fat woman that hit the other guy hit
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She's the problem.
She hit her
in
and
this
she did-
family.
She soccer flopped right down.
But this lady keeps hitting everybody.
The woman in the white? Yeah,
Yes.
the woman in the white punched the woman who got out of the motorized scooter.
I believe
And
that's mom.
Mom. So we're looking at the sister punching the mom?
I think so, yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
We don't know. Do we know who they are? Is that really?
No, but that's the the
prevailing theory.
yes.
So what we're theorizing, and we're just basing this all on optical evidence, is that the woman who got punched is Mama.
The one that goes down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she got off her motorized scooter. She tried to break up her two daughters, maybe, fighting each other.
No, I think brown shirt is pink shirt's girlfriend.
But he punched her too.
No, white shirt guy punched brown shirt
you're
girl.
right. So pink
It's
shirt
a comedy of errors.
pink shirt guy is punching his sister.
Right.
His sister's husband, who's watching pink shirt guy punch his wife, who is pink shirt guy's sister.
Right.
Husband is now punching pink shirt guy's girlfriend.
One good turn deserves
It's
another.
a Stooges.
Pink
episode.
shirt guy's girlfriend is fighting with pink shirt guy's sister.
As Jim says, turnabout is fair play.
Right. And
I say
then
that a lot.
You do.
pink shirt guy's mother comes over. She says, "Hey, stop fighting." And pink shirt guy's girlfriend punches Mama, and Mama flops down.
Boy, did she! That was a real soccer flop. She fell right down.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm really glad I was at WWE doing wrestling commentary last night in Newark, because I feel like it prepared me to tell the story of the visual of what's happening in front of us.
Let me see that again. I want to watch
I'm
that
sure
lady
this
fall.
will be remixed with Jim Ross.
Yeah. She's broken in half as God is my witness.
Oh,
They killed her. They killed her, by God. Stone cold.
Here's the best part. She's just laying there looking for attention. They all run over to her. Oh my God, the woman has fallen.
By God, King.
Look at this guy over there.
God is my witness.
The guy in the yellow is the best.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's got like a little like a nutcracker hat on and a T-shirt that looks like a nutcracker coat, and he's just watching all this happen. He can't believe it. He's befuddled.
Looks like Louis Anderson upset in the back.
He really does. He's got short little blue shorts on. He's dressed like a child, but he's clearly an adult. And he's just watching this family tear each other apart.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Please let me see them get her up. I didn't see this far.
Okay, so girlfriend is picking up Mama, so it looks like sister hit Mama.
Let's go, Mama.
Okay, he's beating up his sister again.
Because she hit the mother.
He hit her really hard.
Yeah, because she hit the mother.
That time he hit her really hard.
He's slapping her, though. He's not punching her. He's slapping her because she hit the mother.
Right. He open hand slapped her. By the way, he's got a nice chain on. He's probably doing very well financially.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Look at this guy. This Asian guy on a phone with a walker.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, he's sitting there like, I think it's to pick up garbage or something. Or maybe it's a cane. I don't know.
Yeah, what a cunt this fat one is.
But I like the Asian guy that's behind them. He's looking straight ahead like, nope, don't see anything, don't hear anything. I got business to attend to. Oh, jeez, he's slapping her. Oh my God. Now
people
the
rush
sister is
over.
down on the ground.
And the cat, now people are rushing over. Oh, that's security? Or no?
Yeah, I don't know if that's security or if that's just somebody. Okay, yeah, it looked like at that point.
Oh, he said, I don't give a fuck about no video.
Okay, it paused for a second.
Everyone's
I was wondering if he was going to be upset that this was on video, but as luck would have it, he don't give a fuck about no video.
But there's so many of them being shot. Whoever's filming this, good job.
They did great. They got the whole enchilada.
They held it long ways, too.
Oh,
You see
yes,
how the
they
one
did.
guy just walked over and just was like, well, it's sometimes that's what I'm talking about. Not going over and karate kicking him. Just
Right.
I
Right.
think it took
and there were a
about-
couple of guys, a few guys, and they were all tough. You
Yeah.
could tell.
well, when a couple of guys walk over, like look at the size of that fucking creature in the red shorts. He's a fucking, he's
Yeah.
giant.
I would walk over behind those guys like 30 seconds after.
Yeah, hey, whoa.
Once they had settled down, I would like walk over behind them and put my hand on one of their backs, like, "Yeah, guys, come on."
But you don't have to do anything violent. You can just sometimes when a bunch of other guys come over, that kind of breaks it up. It just you realize there's going to be a big problem.
So
Let's go back and I want to watch these guys come over.
sister's on the ground.
Yeah, she is. Oh God, she fell too.
Sister. Yeah, she fell down. Mama's up, and sister fell down after the guy, after her brother open hand slapped
I'm
her.
starting to side with the guy in the red.
The pink shirt
Yeah,
guy. You
I'm
like
starting
him?
to side with him.
Now he's the guy who keeps kicking the shit out of this one lady.
Yeah, but the sister's the problem. She hit him first, and she hit the mother first. Come
People-
on, she's a fucking wild woman. Maybe she's I don't know what's going on, but she's hitting everyone first.
You shouldn't hit. You shouldn't hit people. They teach you that as a kid. You shouldn't hit people.
A man should never hit a woman.
No.
But a woman should never
Hit her.
instigate a man like
Bill
that.
Burr has a fucking brilliant bit on that about how a man should never hit a woman.
Yeah.
There's never a reason to hit a woman.
Well, and a woman should never hit her own mom and knock her on the ground.
Yeah.
That's. Can we put that as a rule too?
Yeah.
Okay.
See? Oh, look at the motherfucker. Oh! Do you think she's playing it up a little bit?
A little bit.
To stop everything?
A little bit. Okay. And now sister is blaming her brother, pink shirt guy.
You got what you want. Let's go, mama. You got what you want. Get the fuck out my house.
Oh my God.
Oh, he hates her.
Oh, he used the N-word.
Yep. Look at the size of that dude in the fucking red shorts.
Oh yeah, that's when he's like, I guess this is over, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that's done. But you see, he's not that crazy. He's not running over punching the guy in the red
No,
shorts.
of course he isn't.
He's not that crazy.
I love the guy in the red shorts
His
because
dumb hat.
he really is. He's wearing a bucket hat.
He's
and
dressed like Chef from Apocalypse Now.
Absolutely. He's got a bucket hat on and he's got walking shoes on. He's this like tough guy who really is just there to have a nice vacation.
He's the type of guy who like he just wants his family to have a good time. But you could see by his calves, he'd pick you up by the legs and he'd fucking break your neck against a wall.
Right. He's like Charles Bronson. All he wants to do is just have a good time.
Have fun.
Just let him have his life and just don't fuck with him.
Yeah, he doesn't want any trouble.
But if there's trouble, there's going to be trouble. Okay, sister is still on the ground after the slap attack. And by the way, look at this. Look, there's a 3-year-old, I would say maybe even a 2-year-old, 2 or 3-year-old sitting in the electric scooter with nobody even looking at him, just by himself trying to figure out what the hell world did I get born into.
But this guy is getting right in front of the guy as he comes over.
Right.
He
because
might be plainclothes.
Plainclothes cop?
Maybe.
Or security?
Disney security, yeah.
Really? Dressed like, maybe.
Plainclothes.
He has no security.
Plainclothes.
Plainclothes.
Okay.
You know.
Wait, what's that, a pilot's outfit?
Okay.
That is funny. That is very, very clever.
He doesn't have security on his shirt because he's meant to blend in.
You know, it could also...
I'm really stupid. How come the undercover officer doesn't have a policeman's hat on?
Right. Yeah, no, but Travis, he doesn't even have a badge.
Where's his badge? He's undercover but buying drugs, you asshole.
There is also a possibility that these guys figured out pretty quickly that all the dude in the pink does is beat up women. He's not beating up any of the men.
That's a great point.
So he's like, oh, they're going, oh, he's only going to,
Yeah.
We just want to send the women over because they will hit all the women, just not men. This poor kid, look at him, just sitting in the motorized scooter.
I'm ready to go to jail tonight.
I'm ready to go to jail tonight.
People say that until they're locked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever happened, is there more follow-up? We have 2 of those? What's part 2?
There is a part. Well, it continues. It does.
Oh my God, I didn't know there's a part 2.
Oh yeah, it's a nice long one. I mean, what type of life to go, you know what we should do today? We should go to Disneyland. And then somehow by the time it's mid-afternoon, the sun is high, it can't be that late in the day, to go from I'm ready to go to Disneyland to I'm ready to go to jail over the course of maybe 6 hours.
Yeah, it's they're probably getting drunk. People drink middle of the afternoon.
You think so?
Oh, come on.
Around a bunch of shitty kids.
Yeah, you're cranky, you're online.
You're not even paying attention to the kids.
The fuck needs this?
Exactly.
Looks awful.
Poor kid is just sitting there like, I don't know, nobody's looking at me. Should I just walk off and ride some of these rides by myself? Are you guys just going to fight with each other? Dad, are you just going to beat up our aunt for the rest of the trip? Can I go and get on Dumbo or something?
It'd be great if he just took off in the scooter.
Yeah, it's just... Mama's panicking.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
Fired on my motherfucking bitch. Put your hands on my bitch, nigga.
Okay.
Oh, now he's going after the guy in the white for hitting his girlfriend.
Okay.
And he just goes and gets her.
Right.
Oh, he just goes...
Wait, is that his bitch?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I thought that was the white t-shirt guy's bitch.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't know
guy in the
whose
white
bitch is
t-shirt's bitch.
No, because the white t-shirt hit her before.
Oh, yeah.
Pink and brown are together.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Pink and brown are
that's-
together, but he didn't even hit
But he's
white
also he's upset at his
White
girl
t-shirt?
now. No, he's upset at his girl now because his girl knocked down Mama.
Yes.
No, his girl didn't. The fat
Or
one
I
did.
think- no,
Fat white shirt lady did.
Maybe sister knocked down mama. Sister is not.
Okay,
She's
yeah,
aggressive.
yeah, yeah.
She's aggressive.
Too many characters to keep track.
I know. This is this
It's
is
complicated.
great. It's like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Honestly, this is better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood will be, I think.
I want to see that though.
It looks amazing, but this is pretty amazing too.
Reminds me of my own life.
How so?
Just stunts. Well, that Asian guy's not moving. He's just standing there with his walker in the middle of the whole thing.
Oh, now he's beating up his own girl.
Oh man, that's closed fist.
What the fuck? And now they're all jumping on the guy.
That's his
Boy,
girlfriend, right?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but he is
Oh
drunk.
my God, he's beating up his own girlfriend.
See, this is what happens when a bunch of guys jump in. They stop it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. 5 guys jump in. Everybody grabs a limb.
He's just beating up women.
Yeah, that's
What? Can we go back? What made him hit her? You guys, can we link these to people if they can watch?
Yeah. They're all,
Well, yeah, I mean, we sent the story.
we're
on
sending them
Twitter.
out on Twitter.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah.
with
watch.
the video. The video's in the story.
Yeah,
Yes, we said
smile with
watch.
us. Smile with us. What happened? Now she's yelling.
Plus, I mean, this video will be on the news all day today, so
No.
it's already been on the
Oh,
news.
has it
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
That was like the top story.
Yeah. It's Disneyland.
Oh, his mother's still sitting there on the ground.
No, that's his sister.
Oh,
he seems okay with this woman.
She
at
says
first.
something right there.
That's his girlfriend.
I don't know who it
That's
is.
his bitch. Are you sure the other one's not his bitch?
I don't know who it is.
No, the other one's his sister. That's his
we don't
bitch.
know who's who.
I think, no, I'm just saying that in my...
I think they're all coworkers. What happens is he has just been promoted and she's upset that she did not get the promotion.
I see.
The woman who's on the ground is the CEO who actually favored her for the promotion and not him.
That's a great still shot right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
she's out.
Yeah, that's his sister who hit their mama. And
No, that's his girl.
No, on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Go back like 2 seconds.
8 minutes.
Because she says something that sets him off.
Right, and that's his girl.
Yeah.
Do you get your bacon?
No, I didn't.
Wyatt wasn't listening.
It's okay. It's fine.
There's no turkey
He just
bacon.
said what happened?
Wait, the turkey bacon?
Yeah.
For Troy.
There's enough in there for Troy and.
Oh, there's enough in there for both.
Yeah, Rob said they get it in one container.
Rob said they get it in one container.
And
Tell
also,
Rob I don't want to eat breakfast with Troy and picking out of our fucking...
Why? You guys
Hey.
can do like Lady in the Tram.
Travis, could you have the intern go down and get a milkshake with 2 straws for Jim and Troy as well? Just because that's how men share beverages and food, you know? All right, let's get back
But
to
you
it.
see, when the gentleman in the red
Yeah.
goes over to the
I believe it is pink.
pink, and he goes over to what I believe is his bitch.
I believe that to be true.
Troy, show some respect.
No, he says that. He does cite that
Just
earlier.
repeating-
Oh,
I'm
oh,
repeating
He's
what he
just
said.
quoting...
Earlier in the film,
The
he
man has
says
established who the woman is.
he's upset with the other man in the white T-shirt for, quote, hitting his bitch.
Okay, so we know her pronouns. I'm sorry.
I believe the man in the white T-shirt to be the pink T-shirt man's brother-in-law. And he's upset with his brother-in-law because he may have hit his bitch.
But then he goes over to the girl to bring her back, and he looks like he's being cordial,
Yes.
and he brings her back, and all of a sudden he turns around and punches her in the face.
She says something. I believe that she does pop off at the mouth at some point. Yes. He's like, calm down. Oh,
You hit my mother.
okay.
Yep.
You hit my mother.
Okay.
That's what happened. He found out.
Yep.
So he's trying to figure out what happened
That
here.
ain't his girlfriend, I don't think. I don't know who she is.
No,
You
I
hit my
believe
mother.
that's his girlfriend because
Yeah.
it was the girlfriend and the sister that were in a circle with Mama. We were all trying to figure out who knocked Mama down. We thought it was the sister, but I believe this gentleman in the pink has just received information that in fact it was his bitch that hit Mama, not his sister. Immediately, he regrets slapping the shit out of his sister until she fell to the ground, and now realizes that the barrage of violence was intended for his bitch, not his sister.
Well, let's see a
because of the strikes
What
that
a
his
twist.
mama received.
It is like a Tarantino movie.
I literally haven't. It's Clue was less exciting than this. Yo,
Can you-
Colonel Mustard hit that bitch with a pipe.
Can you imagine whoever had to write down the police report for this? Okay, could you explain exact what? Okay, when did this happen? No, I thought you hit her.
All right, let me see. He grabs her and brings her back. He goes, "You hit my and throws the punch.
Right, and this is ironic because one of his big problems with his brother-in-law was that his brother-in-law earlier had hit his bitch, but now he appears to be hitting his own bitch because his bitch hit his mama.
He doesn't like when women are hit.
But he likes hitting women.
Oh, yeah. He's got no problem doing that. Yeah.
Ironic. But I get it.
He doles out revenge.
He does.
He's like John Wick.
Yeah, that's right.
I believe he has he slaps the other woman.
He's the John Wick of hitting women. He's hit all the women in this video except for Mama so
He's the
far.
boogeyman.
Yeah, exactly. The boogeyman. He hits women.
He's the boogeyman of Disneyland.
The guy is still there with his walker. He's the best.
The Asian guy?
He's like Zelig. Just fucking shows up. Nothing happens to him.
Well, he's just trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Okay.
He really looks like he just time traveled right to that spot.
It looks like he was photoshopped in there.
So we're at the point now where discovery is that it was his bitch, not his sister, who he had previously knocked down, who knocked down Mama only a minute earlier.
He's a little more aggressive with his bitch. There is definitely a closed fist for this punch.
Well, yeah, because he feels a bit humiliated because he knocked out his sister with open slaps when, in fact, it was his bitch that should have gotten those slaps. So now it's going to be several closed fists.
Plus, I would assume that he and his sister have fought before in their life.
You think so?
That's the feeling that I get. And I also bet that, like, if his sister hit Mom, that would be he would get less angry because they're family.
And maybe that's happened before too.
Yeah.
It's weird
but
that
when he finds out that his bitch did it,
right.
Ooh.
That's annoying.
Yep.
It's
You're not
weird,
blood.
It's weird how willing he is, like how quickly the physical starts with women, whereas when it's with men, there seems to be a lot of sizing up, a lot of who's going to do what first. But when it's women, he just starts swinging.
You bet he does.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably on a hairline trigger with his bitch. I mean, something tells me this is probably not the first.
You don't think they have a good relationship?
Altercation.
That's a shame.
I don't know.
I hate to hear that.
They look good together.
They do look, except when he's pummeling her.
Yeah, but
that doesn't
she
look
shouldn't
as
be
good.
hitting Mama.
She shouldn't be hitting Mama. That's true.
His bitch does got a fat ass, though.
She certainly does. I do understand why he likes her.
Yeah, sure.
Quite a hiney.
Very attractive woman.
Yep.
Except bruising to the face.
And then someone tells him that she hit the mother.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He punched her right in the face.
Oh.
It's like just hammering.
Yeah, he's hammer fisting her.
Do you know what a fucking asshole you have to be to hit a woman in front of a crowd like this? Like meaning how used to doing that you must be?
It just doesn't occur to you
if you're
what a faux pas you're committing.
I don't want to argue with a girl in front of people. Like, can you imagine he's just beating up a girl in front of a crowd?
You think it would look bad if you were hammer fisting your girlfriend in front of a crowd of people in Disneyland?
Gee, it's like fucking Masvidal Askren. This guy is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pulling her by the hair. Okay, somebody's got him in a
around the neck.
chokehold.
There you go.
He's laying on the ground now.
Now they're all around him and he's not getting up.
No.
He got choked out.
Okay, now, see, there's a guy in a suit with an earpiece.
Boy, they really are slow to respond, Disney.
Dude,
With Disneyland.
It's embarrassing how slow they were.
I mean, this is Six Flags level, what Disneyland
it really is.
was performing on. I would imagine that heads are rolling today at Disney.
They probably didn't think that anyone was going to Toontown anyway.
Toontown is not the greatest.
No,
park
it's
in
like the
world.
Roger Rabbit
The guy with
ride.
the
and
blonde
that's it.
hair. How awesome is that guy?
Is that a guy?
Yeah, he looks like a blonde version of the killer in No Country for Old Men.
Fucking Javier Bardem.
All right.
You just watch him, but you
I didn't even do anything.
know what? I bet it was stupid leaning on his iPad. I bet it was you, Jim, because that was your Boogie Nights scene.
Yep.
Yeah, that was you. That
You're
was
right.
you, Jim.
My apologies.
That was you.
My apologies.
That's okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's a woman, not a man.
Yeah, it's a woman. She's security.
No. Yeah, now they're cops. Boy,
Look
they
how
really-
many are finally there.
Their
Finally.
security stinks at Disney.
Disneyland.
Whatever it is, that's the message. Your security sucks.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. Hit pause for a second. How many people are going to sit there and differentiate watching this video? The thing says Toontown in the back. All anybody's going to say is that's Disney, and people associate Disney with Disney World.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit there and read every word in the article to find out, well, technically it's Disneyland and Anaheim, and Disney World
Same
is
company,
much different.
same company.
Right, it's the same shit.
Same shit.
Those two parks are run completely separately, though. But people don't know that.
Yeah, I know Disney cuck.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
That would never happen in Disney World.
It wouldn't.
For the record, Disney World takes very good care of their patrons.
You know it wouldn't happen. They're two
No,
completely
Have you
different.
been to
I
the one
do.
in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
It's fine.
Is it nowhere near as big as the one in?
Well, no, this is more of a local park than Disney World.
It's
is.
just a park.
Yeah. Well, it's two parks.
But, Disney World is...
It's a vacation destination.
Okay, let's go back to the video. That's so stupid.
I thought we were talking about Disney.
Okay, we're not anymore.
Okay.
We're not. I'm going to go over there.
If
like
you want
just,
to, though, we can.
Okay, you keep talking. You're making me feel like you just hit mama. You hit my bitch? You hit my mama?
You're that upset?
Yeah. Well, you could see, too, this gentleman in the pink who it was one level of reaction to you hit my bitch.
Yep.
He wasn't happy. But mama, on the other hand, that was a whole nother level.
I still don't know the relationship. I'm not sure that that's his
I think
bitch.
we got it.
He said to the guy in the white shirt, you hit my bitch.
Yeah.
Was he talking to the girl? Because he goes, you hit my bitch. Was he talking to
No, because
the
he wasn't
girl?
mad at the girl at that point. He
Oh,
wasn't
that's
hitting
right.
her.
The guy hit her right.
Yeah,
No,
the-
but the girl might have hit.
The guy in the white shirt had earlier hit the girl in the guy in the white shirt had earlier hit the girl in the brown shirt, and that's what started this whole ruckus.
Okay.
Okay. You heard what he said, right?
I certainly did.
Yeah. Sounds like the way you guys talk at the office.
Okay, it looks like he's Mama's back in her chair.
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh, keep them away. Why would you let them go next to each other again?
Well, there's no cops with handcuffs in Disney.
Well, here's the thing. Hit pause.
Disney fucking stinks.
Nobody gets arrested in Disney.
No.
Nobody's
Get
getting
arrested.
cuffed in Disney. Nobody's getting arrested in Disney.
Nobody dies in
Nobody's
Disney.
dying in Disney. We take care of all. Let's get them off the property. People get kicked out of Disney,
Right.
but we're gonna get them all. I guarantee you, everyone got arrested right outside the parking
Oh,
lot.
maybe. Oh, yeah.
right off the property.
No, they didn't.
What?
They got kicked out.
And that's it?
Yep.
Just go about your merry way?
Yep. Now that there's footage, though, police are looking into it.
Boy, Disney sucks.
good.
They don't even have cops to arrest these guys for beating up women in the
I mean, they
fucking-
do, but they just kicked them out.
There's more outrage over the dude licking ice cream than there is over
Yep.
this guy who's just going around Disney beating up every woman he can find.
Does that go for Disneyland as well? That nothing bad ever happens there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
have,
right.
like,
Yeah.
underground cities and stuff to take people out.
Not at Disneyland.
I'm sure they just walked him right to the door. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, Disneyland lets you out right. You know, I mean, it's smack in the middle of Anaheim.
Right.
You know,
How many times have you been there?
Disneyland
Mhm.
just once.
How many Disney World?
No, I don't know.
Take a guess.
Take a guess.
6? How many times have you been to Disney Town?
Disney Town?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, hundreds.
Yeah, they call Travis the Jeffrey Epstein of Disney World.
I tell you, I hope Mickey gets caught in a fucking Epstein-like scandal. That's what I hope.
All right, let's finish this out. Looks like they're being walked off.
Now
And-
the Asian guy wants to get involved.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Well, thank God. Peace has returned to Toontown. They're in Toontown. These poor kids. They just want to have their Disneyland trip. That's all.
That is Disney.
They just want to have their Disneyland
That makes
trip.
Disney look horrendous.
Very, very, very
And
bad.
the fact that they don't arrest you, like you're.
Well, they're not going to arrest him in Disneyland. I get that.
But I mean,
But they should arrest. They should arrest him right
He's
outside.
a violent threat.
The fact that they let them go home is crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. Let's go to Brian in Nebraska. What's up, Brian? Brian?
Sam.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about what we do in situations like this. You were at the Hall of Fame for WWE this year, right?
Yeah.
Did you feel like a man when pretty much every man around you got up and jumped in the ring when Bret Hart got it in there with the women trying to keep them calm?
Well, Well, I don't. Women. Well, yeah. Here's when Bret Hart got attacked at the Hall of Fame by a fan that jumped out of the crowd. I realized
You tried to help the fan.
I realized how ridiculous I would look when a whole bunch of giant wrestlers and Ronda Rousey's husband stood up and started kicking the shit out of the guy who attacked him. I realized very, very quickly. Can you imagine if I were to stand up right now and just go behind them as if I was also going to be a credible threat? I thought my best bet in that scenario would be invisible and allow the big giant wrestlers to do what they do.
So you didn't even stand up, pretend to take your coat off, like, here, honey, hold my coat. Nothing like that. You just sat there.
No, I stood up and watched it. I just told you what happened.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We know
All right,
Sam's
well-
a sissy. We know.
But so
Well,
does...
I'm just saying. He could have got brownie points by, jumping in there, get the shot on the guy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not going to hurt your career at all.
I'm not worried
All
about
right,
my...
Listen.
Sam, why are you worried about your career?
I know.
No, here's what I'm worried about. A bunch of 300-pound guys stopping something from happening and everybody going, look at the fucking idiot who thinks he's helping.
Let's break. Chris is here.
Chris DiStefano is here today.
I got to plug too. Thank you, by the way. I got to thank Bobby Kelly and Riotcast. They let me have the page. It is now youtube.com/ChipChipperson.
Whoa!
And so I appreciate those guys. They really did me a huge favor. So that's going to be all Chip stuff is going to be there. All the video. There's a new animation I put up. I put it up late last night, like 11.
That's the best time.
Yeah, it's a terrible, but I just wanted to get it done and start.
No, I get it.
So there's
lives
a new
on
one.
YouTube.
What's that?
It lives on YouTube.
It'll live
It's
on
not that big a
YouTube.
deal.
ChipChipperson.com/YouTube or vice versa.
Right.
YouTube.com/ChipChipperson.
I mean, do you have chipchipperson.com?
No.
Well,
Somebody's got it.
Let him have it. I wouldn't probably use it anyway.
you can just redirect it to the YouTube page.
Yeah, you could. So that's it. YouTube.com/ChipChipperson. And new animation up. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, I
Really,
saw
really
it. It's
funny.
really good.
Coke Logic did. It's great.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's a Coke Logic?
That's a Coke Logic.
That's awesome. It looks like he's doing new stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's a different style than his usual stuff.
I have at least 4 animations that have not gone up yet, but I was waiting until I had no, not that one. I have the.
That's chipchipperson.com.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
I
so you
have
do
it.
have it.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I do have it. That's what it directs to.
You can fix that.
Yep. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, yeah. We got Chris DiStefano coming in. It's going to be fabulous. Go to youtube.com/ChipChipperson. We'll be right back.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. This is what happened on the last Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show.
What works? What's the right label? And it's not about other people and what they think. It's like, well, how do I really feel about myself? And sometimes you don't know.
Your label is Jim. How about that?
That's what I've said to myself many times in the mirror.
I'm just Jim, and that's okay.
Right. Exactly. That's what you say when you're dabbing your face off with a wet nap.
Jim Norton and Sam.
It's Chris DiStefano.
Welcome.
Welcome.
How you doing? What's up, baby?
Yeah, that's right.
Fucking Chrissy sore throats.
Yeah. Do
sore
you have a
throat?
sore throat?
No, my daughter had strep throat.
I see.
Last week, and
So
then
no making out.
well, yeah, I took her to the doctor. I took her to the doctor. The doctor says strep throat. Go get the antibiotics from the Rite Aid. I'm holding my daughter, walking 2 blocks. My daughter's sleeping on my shoulder. Wakes up, sneezes directly into my mouth.
Oh God.
An open mouth, full sneeze. Swallow that.
You do.
And then I had strep throat symptoms. I started getting sick July 4th. But now I'm on 4 days of antibiotics. I'm fine now. I feel better now. But
I
my
hope you
daughter's
punished
sick.
her.
I did. Well,
Yeah.
she's sick again. Now my daughter this morning, my kid's mom called me 6 a.m. being like, we have to take your daughter to the doctor. She's sick again. So she's got, I don't know what's going on. I got to take her.
Is she going to school and catching
Well,
everything there?
I don't know. She was at the beach with, I got a situation.
What's the situation?
She was at the no. I'm saying she was at the beach with my kid's mom and her new boyfriend. So it's like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what kind of germs this new guy's bringing around.
Right.
You know,
He might be sickly.
yeah, it might just be a sickly fuck.
Right.
So, but I
Have you met him?
I met him once. He seems like a nice enough guy. He really does.
But maybe prone to illness.
It could be. Yeah, he could be prone. He doesn't have dominant German genes like I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you a bigger guy than him?
Yes.
That's got to feel good.
Quite significantly bigger.
Okay,
Well,
good.
he's very muscular, but he's short. So
Oh.
I feel like when I met him, he hit on his tippy toes a little bit.
Sure.
I saw him rock it a little bit, and I was like,
You
But
like
he
that.
wasn't a dick.
no, he wasn't a dick, but I noticed that he did that, and I want to be like, hey, man, like, whatever, it's just height.
Yeah, I know, but that's easy for you.
That makes it worse.
That's easy. Yeah, it's way worse because you're the ex who's, taller.
I know. Well, you know what's
And let me ask you this.
Yes.
You would tell me the truth.
I'm
Are you more handsome than he is? Because you're a handsome guy.
The thing is, I think he's I think he's a handsome guy. Truly, I do.
But look at that hairline on you. Look at that jaw that you've been able to sculpt for yourself. You know what I mean?
You know what's interesting?
Tell me.
My kid's ex, my kid's mom has a kid from a previous relationship, and that kid's dad and I are like friends now. We talk.
Well, you've both been through the war.
Well, yeah,
Sure.
but because
We're survivors.
but he always tells me, he's always like, because he's 8 years removed, I'm just 2 years removed, so he's always tells me, he's like, yeah, man, like this new guy, he's like, you have to think about what it is from his point of view. He's like, you're a comedian, you're taller, like you're a good dad. He was like, this guy, like you can't be really nice to him. He doesn't like you. You have to understand he just doesn't like you.
Yeah, because why would he?
Because I'm very happy with my life. I'm like, I'm a single dad. I love my daughter. I don't have to deal with my kid's mom shit anymore. It's great.
But the point is your career's going well.
Yeah.
And when your career's going well, it means there's visibility on you.
Yeah.
And when you're a comic, when you're working in entertainment and your career's going well, everybody knows it. And the person who really knows it is going to be the person who's with your ex, who's constantly got that thing in his head going, hope I'm better than the guy who was before.
I'd hate to date someone and see her fucking ex-boyfriend on TV or
Plus-
a podcast.
Yeah, just brutal.
Plus, most of the time when you date somebody,
Yeah.
you don't have physical evidence that he ejaculated inside of her.
That hurts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there is evidence
Well,
of
in my
that.
situations.
You know what? I think I've said this on the show before because I'm just a lunatic and I just kind of I'm just Chrissy goes. I just go by the seat of my pants. I really liked my kid's mom when we first started hanging out. Like I really like just felt a connection with her, and I was really insecure that she had a kid with someone else for the same reason you just brought up. It's like there's physical evidence that they had sex. So then I just came inside of her and had a kid with her too.
Well, you told
That's
me.
just what I did.
I remember
Very
when
smart.
I remember when there was a baby. I think you were on like whatever show I was doing at the time. It was a solo show, and you said, because I never forgot it. You said you wanted to get her pregnant.
Yes,
and you had been with her for less than a year.
Oh, less than a year. I was with her for she got pregnant on like the third date.
Because you wanted to get her, but you wanted to get her
Yeah,
pregnant.
because I'm nuts and I don't regret anything. But
right, you got a great daughter out of the deal.
When you came into the first time, did you think like I'm going to get her pregnant, or did it just feel good and you knew it could happen, but you weren't?
It felt good, and it felt like if she was to get pregnant, I didn't feel like it would be the worst thing in the world because it's kind of like I would then some way in my warped, sick, nuts mind feel equal to her ex because they have a kid and now we have a kid, and it was deranged and nuts. And again, I don't regret it because I love my daughter. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. But just looking back, it's like I should, really take therapy up a little notch.
Oh, I
you
think
know what
so
I mean?
for
Because
sure.
most normal people don't do what I did.
They might have that thought, that initial thought of like, oh, this person does have that one up on me because they have that connection that I'll never have. And then they go, oh, I would have that if I got her pregnant. But then right after that, they go, but I can't do that. We've only had 3 dates.
Yeah, like for
But
example,
you didn't do the third part.
This week, 2 weeks ago, I was in England. I was in London doing shows, and then I went to Newcastle, England, and I was there in Newcastle for 2 days, supposed to be there for 5. On the morning of the third day, didn't tell my manager, didn't tell my agent, didn't tell my family. I just got on a 3-hour train back to London, took a cab to Heathrow, and got on a flight back to the United States and sent an email from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean telling the club that I had a family emergency. I needed to leave.
Why?
Because
you had a panic attack?
I just woke up and I saw my kid on Instagram at the park. I was like, I'd rather be in New York. I don't want to be in fucking dumb Newcastle making 70 pounds a day. I was like,
Did you cancel? Oh, you just canceled shows?
Yeah, I just left. Well, if I was headlining, I wouldn't have done that. But it was like showcase show.
Sure.
There was there were 5 comics hanging out the night before. I was like, they don't really need me. And also, the other comedians just kept shitting on America, and it's like, I just don't. I was like, I don't need to deal with these guys that really aren't that. I can't understand a word they're saying. I don't even know if they're funny.
They're
or not
shitting
funny.
on America to you or on stage?
To me. Just shitting on everywhere he goes, just shitting on America. And it's like, listen, England, nobody's dying to fucking get into your borders. They're fucking rolling up on the shores here.
And it's like, I know we got Trump and everything.
Yeah.
But how do you think America was formed?
Exactly.
Kicked the shit out of you.
Kicked the fucking shit out of
And
you.
we shouldn't have been
that
able
too.
to. We
They
shouldn't
know
have
that
been
too.
able to.
So I just didn't want to deal. But another person would have been like, you know what? Not impulsively did what I did.
No, it's crazy what you did.
They chased you back to America.
Yeah, but I know if I would have talked to my manager, talked to my agent, everybody would have convinced me to stay. And what would have happened? I would have just been sitting there missing my daughter, really being like, I can make the same amount of money that I'm making here and have the same impact back home in New York. Like I said, I wouldn't cancel a headlining show or big opportunity, but I was just like, why am I here? Why did I do this to myself?
What am I doing?
But when I landed in JFK, I felt very powerful. I felt like because I knew that it didn't really fuck them. Because they didn't care about me. They didn't know who I was. The club didn't care. The management, you could just tell the management.
Were you
didn't even
doing well
want me
on
around.
stage? I'm sure you were killing on stage.
I was doing well. Yeah, I was doing well, but I don't think. But
it's also like for you at that point, you're now going, I have some power in this game.
Yeah.
Like you're not sitting there anymore as a comedian going, okay, whatever any club wants me to do, I'll just do it because I'm just lucky to be on stage. And
No.
like you're finally in a position where you're taking power over what you're doing.
I don't think about it like that anymore. I mean, listen, I don't like to just cancel something. I mean, that's, but I genuinely felt strongly. I was like, I don't want to be here right now. So it's like, it's my life, Somebody else will convince you to do something and then it's your life that's going by now.
And you're not going to live forever.
Fuck no, dude. Well, not the way
John Bon Jovi said that.
I have high cholesterol, high blood pressure.
Do you?
Yeah, but it's under control now.
You have gout?
I did have a bagel. No, I have GERD, though, gastroesophageal reflux disease.
I'm sorry to hear that.
GERD is like acid reflux, but it's a disease where like anything I eat, it's just burning hot fire in my chest.
What if you have what if you eat a bunch of hot sauce and coffee?
Coffee's the worst.
Is it?
But I need it to survive.
Right.
But it is the worst.
So what do you take for that? For GERD?
You could take antacids. I was taking this medication, but the side effect of the medication was I couldn't sneeze. I know it's a wild thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just like I would feel things like I would feel it in my nose, and then it would
Just
sneeze
nothing.
would come
What
out.
was it doing? Drying you out or something?
No, the doctor said his speculation was that it just was causing some type of like misfiring with my cranial nerves, and it was just not sneezing. He
That's
was like,
scary.
Yeah.
It was affecting your brain in ways that you don't even understand.
It's the worst feeling.
I couldn't get it, and nothing I could do. I mean, it got to the point. I didn't sneeze for like 2-3 weeks. It got to the point where it was giving me anxiety. I was on like forums asking people. There's people out there who don't sneeze.
You went to message boards to find out how you could sneeze again?
I was speaking to a guy. I swear to God, I was speaking to a guy on a Quora message board. He said he hasn't sneezed in over 2 years.
Does he like that or no?
No, he hates it. He said
Why?
he just deals with it. He can't.
Maybe he's a coke dealer. That's a great side effect.
Yeah. Oh, and then I met a guy. You were the one that initially told me about this. Remember that empty nose syndrome we talked about once?
Yes, which is scary if you have your turbinates shrunk too much.
What's
Yes.
empty nose syndrome?
The little things when you breathe, you can feel the air. You don't know what it is, but it feels like the air is flowing over a little invisible mountain in your stomach.
It's like a little mountain.
It's going over something. But hollow nose is when they shrink those turbinates too much, or
Right.
empty nose, and then your nose feels like this.
Oh, that's
Right.
scary.
Open your mouth and take a deep breath like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I totally get
There's
it.
nothing regulating the airflow.
Like it's going straight through your skull.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people got like a 90% suicide rate or something like that.
No,
Really?
Yeah, it's like no. Well, I learned because I was speaking to this guy who couldn't sneeze and he had empty nose.
And you feel like you can't breathe, right?
He said every day of my life, he was like every day of my life, he's like it feels like you ever when you were a kid, you ever go too low in a pool and then you swim to the top and you're like I got to get there to get air, and then you get air and it's fine. He said I never get the air.
Yep.
He said that's what my
Wow.
life feels like. Every second of my life. He's like, and I can't sneeze. But he was like, but how's your fucking GERD?
So
Right.
wait a minute, so he can't
Right.
get that fixed. I think they can't do it. He probably had, unless there's something else that caused, I'm going to guess he had some type of sinus surgery and they shaved too much off his
You can
turbinates.
only get it from that. The only way to get empty nose syndrome is from the shaving too much of the inferior
Can you
turbinate.
sue for
specifically.
malpractice?
No, because right now
Silent.
again, just from speaking to this guy, I know all this information about it.
You're great.
He said that because it's not recognized by the U.S. Medical Society bullshit, whatever, that they believe it's in the patient's heads. Because from the surgeon's point of view, they say your organs are intact enough and the bone structure, it should be working. So this is a mental illness. It's a psychological thing. So they start to prescribe panic disorder medications.
Oh my God! No wonder they're all
But
committing
it's-
suicide.
But now there's a doctor, I think in Australia, who is starting to make like fake turbinates, and
Putting
put them-
actually stuff back on, which is what you wanted to take it off so you could fucking breathe good
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
But you got off that medication so you can sneeze again.
Now I can sneeze again, but I just deal with crippling GERD at times.
Right.
It depends.
Right. You're having a nice water this morning. Smart.
No, but I have an iced coffee coming with
Oh, boy.
with an oatmeal with bananas and fresh fruit.
Oatmeal causes reflux too, I think, right? I don't know why.
So as the show progresses, you'll get your breakfast and we'll get GERD updates?
Well, yeah. Well, I woke up at 5:45 this morning. I was woken up by my kid's mom, so I already had 2 bagels.
Why did she
with
wake
butter.
you up at 5:45?
Well, she called me because she wanted me to take our daughter is not feeling well, so she wanted to take her to the doctor. And I said I can, but I have to just come do this first, and then I'll cancel the second part of my day, so you can go teach Zumba.
Why wouldn't you just cancel that?
Because your Zumba instruction job is so important. Obviously, that's what's going to take the family somewhere, right?
Yes. So I will cancel so you could do Zumba. Yeah. So
well, that's great. It seems like everything's going gangbusters for you right now.
To be honest with you, through it, spite of it all, I'm just happy. I'm at that point now where it's like I'm comfortable with who I am, single dad. When I have my kid, it's great. When I talk to my kid, that's all.
I was talking to somebody yesterday about like getting used to single parent life, and it seems like it's really not that bad because you don't like you figure out a relationship with this person that you had the kid with that you're not in love with anymore.
But if you hate them, you have to see them and have a. That's the hard part.
Well, you got to get
really
past
hate them.
hating.
That
right?
I think that the strongest thing is I think you have to have an open line of communication.
Yeah.
Once one of the co-parents stops communicating, won't respond to texts, or is having a vendetta with someone else and then uses the kid through you, that's when it's a big problem. So I think
horrible.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, we're not going to like each other. It's always going to be awkward a little bit, and that's you had a baby together, and now the love is gone. But the communication that has to stay.
And
open.
you have this kid in common. Like you both have the same feeling for that
What's
kid.
got to suck too is if you're married to a guy and the guy is.
Why would I be married to a guy, man?
I was just saying the
Me and you aren't the same.
That's a good point. But if someone is married to a guy who's a stalker, or like those obsessive exes that won't let go, and you have a kid with that guy, and you have to sit. I mean, that's got to be the fucking worst. The obsessive ex-husband that you have to have a relationship with.
Yeah. I think all things considered, like I think personally, I've been pretty easy to deal with as a co-parent.
But it also seems like if you do it right with the kid, it's like when you have the kid, you can make sure it's all quality time, and when you don't have the kid, you can actually get to your life. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what my thought process is throughout my whole life now. Is every decision I make, especially with co-parenting, is the point of view of my daughter. I don't think about my point of view or my kid's mom's point of view. I'm like, how does this affect my daughter? Like, even when it was very difficult for me to go into a situation when I had my daughter and I was now living with my kid's mom's son, who was a little kid, and he's a 4 or 5 year old kid at the time, so he's just being a kid. But it's like when it's not your kid and he's all around you, it starts to get like really annoying, and you're like, I can't deal with this fucking kid, because it's not my kid,
right?
But then I stopped saying that. I stopped saying it's not my kid. And then I just changed it. I said, this is my daughter's brother. So once I connected to my daughter, everything starts to get a lot easier for me to cope with, because I'm like, it's affecting my daughter. Don't worry about me. I am who I am. We're molding this kid.
Right.
So, cultivating. We're not supposed to say molding or raising. That's what the grade
cultivating. Okay, that implies growth on the person's part.
Yes.
And you're just laying the seeds. You're planting the seed for their growth.
Sudgura. Sudgura.
I don't know,
but that dummy doesn't.
Tom Segura?
Tom.
Yeah, I know Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Tom Segura told me to stop saying raise your children, but instead say cultivate them.
Ew.
Yeah.
But I think that you're not
raising is fine.
You're raising children.
Well,
you're instilling a value
cultivating
system.
a child.
Yeah, but the Sudguru was saying that you say cultivate because he said, every other life form, there's they're in between the two lines. They eat and shit and then they die, and it's the same thing. He said humans, we're constantly going back and forth. We're like blurred line creature because of our brain, because of like our emotional component of who we are. So he's like, when you raise something, like you raise animals, sheep and cattle, cultivating, he was like, meaning like it's you just kind of show, you don't have to actually tell them what to do, you just imply things and let them do it.
That's stupid.
I don't fucking
Here's
know.
why I don't like.
Stupid.
Here's why I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Here's what cultivate is as opposed to raise. Takes away responsibility. Like literally, there's less pressure in raising. I mean, in cultivating. Like if you're raising your kid, that's a proactive thing. You better fucking do. But cultivating, she's like, I'm just laying the seeds out, and then they can do what they want.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I mean, that's what the term means to me.
Totally.
So tell that guy to fuck. He bugs me. Who is? Do you know him?
It's no. It's a Sudguru, Sudghru or something. He's like a famous, he's one of these fucking.
Does he
Indian
have
guys.
kids?
Famous.
Yeah, he actually
all
does
right.
have a daughter, which I'm like, what, you're so
That's just-
holy
that's
thou,
just
you're
new
fucking
age.
bitches out here.
I think you're right.
That's new age shitty language.
Yeah.
Cultivating a child.
No, but
you're
yeah.
raising a kid.
I mean, think about
That's
it.
responsibility.
If you
His name
plan,
is Sadguru, Sadhguru.
You called him Sudguru.
you call him
Fucking Chris
Segura.
There it is.
Yes, my favorite Adam Sandler movie is Happy Gilmore. It's too fucking word. Saguru.
I'm just a dumb mook from Brooklyn. I'm
Yeah.
this Sandy, fucking sand.
Sad guru. This guy sucked.
Yeah,
You don't
Sandy
even
sucks.
cultivate a child. Fuck up.
No, you raised the child.
Of course you do.
You teach him right from wrong.
No, I know. Well,
Yeah.
He's got a lot of followers, 2.9 million.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, maybe he does
because he's
know.
giving a lot of people
By the way-
fucking excuses to not do what they're supposed to do.
2.09.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No,
right, right.
okay. You just give him about 800,000.
Thanks for my oatmeal.
Oatmeal. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's all good, man.
So we're all good, man.
We're all good.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 4.
Okay.
She's 4 years old now, so she's yeah, man. Going to Montauk next week. She's having a great time.
Just to relax.
Yeah, just fucking taking her on a little vacation.
Does
Fuck
she
it.
like the beach?
She doesn't like. She likes the beach, but she hates getting sand in her butt. She's always like, I don't want to get sand in my butt, so I have to constantly clean out her butt. She has like a thing where it's like she always thinks there's sand in her butt, and I'm like, there's no sand in your butt.
She's very tactile. She doesn't like to. Nobody likes sand in their butt. Good for her at 4 to be able to say fuck the beach.
Fuck the beach. Yeah, well, yeah, she went, this past weekend with her mom, and now she's fucking sick. So
yeah. You see what happened? But that's because of that,
yeah, because she didn't clean
unhealthy.
the sand out of her butt.
Well, and also her mom's
he's
new
not-
boyfriend is,
Yeah,
he's
he's a disease carrier.
prone to illness.
Do you like the beach?
I hate.
I haven't been in years.
I hate the beach.
I don't like the
I
beach
hate
at
the
all.
beach and I hate the sun more than I think most people. I may hate the beach and the sun more than anyone you've ever met. I can't explain to you how much my mood changes in a negative way when it's a nice, beautiful day.
Really?
When it's rainy and cold, I'm the happiest I am that week. I
Wow.
don't know
You haven't-
why.
you don't know
I have
why.
no insight into what. The only thing I can think of is maybe when my brain was forming, something very positive happened. Like I'm talking about 2-3 years old, and it was a shit day out. Like,
Or
I don't know.
maybe something very negative happened on a sunny
Could be
day.
that.
Or I don't necessarily like. So I know what you mean by that. I'm not as negative about it as you are, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It could be that you like darkness and secrets and fucking like I like when it gets later. I like when it's dark out.
Right.
Like it's almost like it's protective and fucking secretive as opposed to the sunshine when everybody's happy. I don't know. There's something about that. I get it though. I can't explain it, but I know what you mean.
I think also too, like when it's sunny and nice out there, is like this subconscious like expectation that you have to go out and do something. You have to be productive today. You can't just sit and be
Right.
lazy. When even though that's not what I'm doing anyway, I think it's all subconscious. But I know when it's like when I wake up and it's like a nice rainy day, I can't explain to you how happy I am.
But you have
Because
to
nobody's
going out
got
and
any
it sucks.
expectations on you.
Yeah, but I still go out and do what I have to do, whether
But-
it's sunny or rainy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like I don't have to, right? But
Right.
I hate. I mean, I hate the heat. Like I get really mad.
Well, you're a guy you have a good beach face. Like if I look like Chris, I'd be at the beach. I don't go to the beach because I don't want to take
Yeah.
my shirt off and
Chris
be a
looks
fucking.
like-
People think I'm going to sting
Yeah,
them.
but that's the thing with me. I have leading man face, best friend body. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So when at the beach, it's usually like, look at this guy's head, and then I come up at the sand like, oh Jesus, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Expect those.
You're
tits,
just
buddy.
you're in shoulder deep water as
Yeah.
often as possible.
Oh, as soon as I get in a pool or water, I jump right in. I'm always the first guy to jump in, and then I'm just head. And then I just show off my best features, which are the top of my traps and the bottom part of my jaw.
You know what? I was about to say, you look like though that you're in like old school good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
yeah.
maybe that's because I'm looking at your traps and
Yeah.
shoulders.
He's the type of guy that would have a Pabst Blue Ribbon and then punch you in the mouth. It's time to start the show. The gang is ready. Let's
if she heard what you just said.
Yeah, after it.
Chubby red face.
Yeah, he said Tubby. I think.
Tubby's sorry.
Tubby's worse. Actually,
Chubby is much worse.
Yeah,
because Chubby is at least you're acknowledging the fat. Tubby is like we're trying to talk around it. He's
Yeah.
a little Tubby.
Chubby is almost like you
Hey,
could
Tubby.
be.
I just call my mom Tubby.
You could be endearing and chubby, like you chubby little thing, like a
Yeah.
baby's chubby.
You're
If
not a chub of shit, but you are a tub of shit.
right.
Yeah.
If you go, hey, look at that tubby baby, you go like, what the hell is your problem?
Tub of shit.
That's what Tubby's is a polite way of saying a tub of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tubby.
So you called your mom a tub of shit, is what we're trying to say. she's a very
red-faced-
pretty woman, but
I
she's
didn't mean
about
it
a
like
tub
that.
of shit.
She's a red-faced tub of shit. That was nice, Chris.
Yeah,
Red
very
face
nice.
tub of Irish shit. Yeah, but
That's okay though.
Yeah, you look good though, man. It's like I hadn't seen you in a few. When you see, it's like I keep forgetting he's losing weight. Like you look like you're in definitely.
no, I'm definitely in starting to get to like where I felt like I was in college, but it's just, also I'm going to be 35, so it's like I'm not now. It's being ripped is out of the question.
Well, and Comedy
It is,
Central
right?
like loves you now, right? So it's
They've
like
been
you never know when something's gonna like pop off. You got to be in shape and ready for it.
Yeah, I got to be but all the because I have a deal with them where I can create my own show. So
Right.
the two shows I have in development are both about kind of my character is a guy who has got leading man face, best friend body. So right now,
Both of them.
yeah. One's a cartoon, one's a regular show, but both characters have the same. It's just you're a letdown. I'm just
So
a
Next
letdown.
on Comedy Central, The Disappointment, starring
Yeah.
Chris Stephanie. Yeah.
Comedy Central's just looking at you as you continue to pitch ideas of like how you don't like how your body's fat. You're just like, yeah, we know that, Chris. Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be more here.
Yeah, well, I mean, but now I just work out for my own thing. For my blood pressure, and I just like to box. Boxing. Do you ever box?
No.
Let me tell you what
A
happened.
shadow box.
Fucking.
Yeah.
So I boxed down at this gym in the West Village, and this great comedian, his name's Sergio Chacon. He works with me, and he's had a few professional fights. Great guy. Like he's 2 weeks ago. Guy comes in, wants to spar. I'm just hitting the bag on the side, and he's like a lot of tough guys, quote tough guys, walk into boxing gyms with these big egos, and maybe they did prison time, or maybe they really are brawlers. But boxing is a sport; it's a different thing. You have to check your ego at the door. You just have to. When you spar someone, especially a trained fighter, you have to put on headgear, you have to put in a mouthpiece, you have to put in a cup. It's really for you. So this guy comes in, he goes, "Nah, I want to spar," and he points at Sergio. He goes, "I want to spar." He goes, "But I'm not putting on the cup any of that bullshit." And the guy Sergio was like, "Look, you got to put on something, headgear or something, because like it's just the rules of the gym." He goes, "I ain't putting on the cup, but I'll put on the headgear, whatever." Like, and he's talking shit. He takes his shirt off, which is like he's not even that in good shape, but he just takes his shirt off, whatever.
He's like probably a street tough guy.
Right, but it's like I've seen these guys come in before. So it's like, it's brutal. But anyway, I'm just hitting the bag. They're going a couple rounds. Sergio's beating the shit out of him, but he is oblivious to it.
Yeah.
And Sergio's like, "I really think you should put on, just put on some padding because, I don't want to really." And then he's like, "Do whatever the fuck you want." Talking shit. So they're in, it's the last round that they were supposed to do. They're kind of hitting each other really close. And sometimes you get kneed in boxing. And that's why you wear the cup.
Sure.
Because like when you're hitting close range. So anyway, accidentally, or just part of the sport, Sergio knees the guy, hits him in the balls. His scrotum split and one of his testicles fell out of his
couldn't
scrotum.
have happened.
Yeah, I swear. So because we didn't know that it happened in there, he hits the deck screaming in pain. He's like, "My nuts, my nuts!" The police come because the ambulance comes and he got rushed out. And then 20 minutes later, the whole gym stopped. I mean, this guy just got carted
His ball
out.
fell out of his.
Yeah, but we didn't know that then. And then we heard the police officer tell the owner of the gym or the manager of the gym, "Oh yeah, the EMT said his scrotum split and his testicle was out of his sack."
Probably still attached.
Yeah, with
But
the
still,
with the-
Yeah, but it opened up and yeah.
But I tell you one thing, that guy the trainer made a mistake because for like lawsuit purposes, I'm sure he's got insurance, but you got to make people wear the equipment.
Well, I think no. Well, I think
you
because
signed something.
Exactly.
Oh,
that
right,
you're
right.
not want to do any of this shit.
Okay,
That
you're
because
refusing.
We're telling you to do it and you're not.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Wow.
yeah. And he's a big fucking guy, this guy Sergio. I actually did a thing for Mountain Dew where I had to spar him on camera. I mean, he just just getting leveled.
Was he a heavyweight fighter?
He wasn't. He was not a heavy. He's never. I think he's had 2 or 3. Maybe they're amateur fights. I don't know. But like you look at him and you're like, oh, he's like the nicest guy ever. He's got a little girl too. Like we're go. But then like when he was like 18 years old, he used to like beat up drug dealers with his fists. You know, he's like that guy. Like he's just born with no fear.
Yeah.
Like he would go around and beat up drug dealers on the corners of the Lower East Side.
Yeah.
And then that's what you get your scrotum split by that guy.
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of
hate
guys
to
that
have my
walk into
scrotum
gyms,
split.
and I've heard stories like that before. They're tough guys, but in that world where people are, you forget how many people are trained to
It's
fight.
a skill set.
God, yeah.
That's what they do. Like
Yeah.
when you see guys, like we were watching these guys, this brawl at Disney, and the
Oh, I
one
saw
dude
it,
with
yeah.
the red is a big guy. Like he's a fucking knock you unconscious bar fighter. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
But then you get guys who fight guys like that all day, every day in the
Sure.
gym. It's like that's all they do is train guys who fight better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like that guy that got kneed the quickest
Yeah,
knockout.
in
It's
UFC,
like,
yeah.
imagine like that guy in a regular fight can knock out any brawler ever. I mean, he'll just knee you in the face.
Yeah.
Those guys always try to avoid, like there was I was talking to one of Matt Serra's, this guy Gian Volante was talking about a thing that happened in a bar and how you try to talk somebody out of the mistake they're about to make
Right. Sure.
with another fighter. And he said this guy's he's a light heavyweight, and he said that this guy was going to fight another fighter who was probably a lightweight. So this light heavyweight walks over to the guy who's going to fight him, and he put his hand on his shoulder and he kissed the guy in the head, and he said, "Don't do this." And he said
Wow.
the guy kind of got shopped out and walked away. It wasn't even to be he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's not a bully, but he said he didn't even know why he did it. He just kissed him on the top of the head to get him to not fight the other guy he was going to fight.
Wow.
Because it was a bad move.
Right.
It's like you have no idea what you're about to.
Yeah, you could get killed.
Yeah.
People dedicate their lives to it.
And psychologically, that would stop me from fighting.
I mean, I can't believe that people still get into bar fights and fights like that anymore. I feel like the whole world has changed since MMA training has become so much more popular.
Sure.
There's no way you can size anybody up for a fight anymore.
No.
You never know.
No, I would never fight. I mean, even now, like, just why would I fight anybody?
Right.
At this point, I'm fucking my mid-30s.
Yeah. Plus,
Stupid.
I mean, God damn it, you're Chrissy D. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Fuck it.
CRISSY. Take out the H when we make it Chrissy.
Chrissy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, did you see the opposite of basically these fighting scenarios, that we got a new potential racist Mount Rushmore entry over the weekend?
Mm.
You know, we had Barbecue Becky.
Sure.
We had there's a new one, Condo Chris.
Oh, I don't know Condo.
You don't know about
Chris.
Condo
I've not
Chris?
seen Condo Chris.
You don't know about Condo Chris?
No. I'd like to meet him.
We've been Jim and I. We love
Each other.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
That's good support.
I mean, we had just
It
as
is
co-hosts,
helps.
so like
Yeah.
just like we just work together.
Oh my
You know.
god. Yeah.
But we love these people. You know, the thing online now is to catch people on videotape calling the cops on black people for no reason.
Oh, sure.
We love that. There was what was it, like Corner Store Kathy?
Yeah.
She was probably our favorite, right?
Yeah.
I
Barbecue
like
Becky was great.
the barbecue lady because she was so obvious. She looked to be mentally ill.
Right.
Don't not following me. Like she's one of the most hateable people I've ever
Yeah.
seen anywhere.
Yeah.
What was it like?
And then there's the drunken lady in the apartment.
Apartment Annie or whatever her name
Yeah.
was. She was great.
People got to be doing this on purpose.
Corner
now,
Store
though.
Caroline.
Corner Store Caroline, not Kathy. It was Corner Store Caroline. She was
Corner Store and Kathy's cooler though. I feel like that's
Corner Store. Corner
better.
Store Kathy. Yeah. So this is Condo Chris.
okay. Condo.
And
Chris.
Condo Chris. What I don't like.
He doesn't even look white. Condo Chris.
That's his kid.
Oh.
That's a small child you're looking at.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Look at
It's
this
not
little
the
fucking
It's not the
Mexican.
Yeah, he
child.
should be wearing a white suit on Fantasy Island.
I mean, this is the yeah. The rough part is that he gets into this like with his kid right there, and it's like, what are you doing?
Think about the child first.
right?
It just that's what Sud Guru said.
Oh, I forgot about forgot about Suguru. But I don't like when they like put all the information out there. Like they people put out that where this guy works and what his first and last name was and all this stuff.
He was just a dick, and
Just
Yeah.
put the video online. His coworkers are going to know he's an
yeah,
asshole.
what are you gonna ruin his life because
You
he's an
know.
asshole once?
You know,
I mean, I didn't
don't
see
mind
this.
them. I don't mind it when people push the video everywhere because it's like you were an asshole in public.
If you see the video going, if you see the camera going, at least be aware of it.
But when you start doxing,
Yeah.
and like, oh, let's call his employer and it's
Get
like,
him fired.
Come on.
And then you realize everybody watching that guy hit that girl. That's who people really are. But
Yeah.
on social media, dox them. But if you
Dox.
dox them, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Fuck
dude?
yeah.
So Condo Chris,
All right.
he was coming outside of his building, and this is the ironic thing that they found out he works for like YouTube, I think. And I'm going like, if you work anywhere in the internet, you would think you would have seen all these people who are calling the cops on black people for no reason. Don't be the next guy who calls the cops on a black guy for no reason.
Right.
But he's the guy. He did it. And so he's leaving his apartment, and there's a guy out there, a black gentleman, and he's waiting for his friend. And he sees him outside the door, and he goes, well, who are you waiting for? And he's like, I'm waiting for a friend. And he goes, call your friend on the call box. The guy goes, no. I'm not going to call him. For what?
Let me see that. I haven't
you told
seen
me
it.
to.
I haven't
and
seen
that's
this.
but that's where the video
That's where
kind
it
of starts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now yes, I'm being recorded.
Great.
I remember.
Can you please call your friend on the call box and have them come down?
They don't have to do that. You could just walk away.
I'm gonna call the police.
Oh yeah. Yes, call the police. Remember that. I remember this exactly happening when I used to live in my own condo, and then people used to call the police all the time.
Sir, I'll hold the door here for you.
That is okay. Nobody's asking you to hold the door. You can do whatever you want. But I'm recording you right now, and you're going to be the next person. Look at this.
I mean, he's telling him. Pause. He's telling him.
He warned him.
You're gonna be You're doing this thing. You've seen it. We've all seen it. You're doing it. Stop doing it right now. And then his poor kid is like, Daddy, no.
If a guy is giving you an explanation, like, by the way, if you think there's a thug and a guy pulls out a phone and goes, sir, I'm recording you, and I'm waiting. What the fuck? If that guy was the problem you thought he was, the minute you said something, he would have smashed you in the face and left.
So great. You're so right.
Gangsters don't stand there and say, sir, I'm recording you, and you're about to go on YouTube. That's not how the Crips and Bloods handle a situation.
No. You're going to be the next fella.
Yeah, this guy is obviously in the right, and now it's a case of ego. Now this guy doesn't want to be embarrassed and go, you know what? Wow, I just profiled you and I was wrong. Nobody minds a profile if it's right.
Right.
But if you profile a guy wrong, you have to go, shit, man, that was really ignorant of me. I'm sorry I did that.
Yeah, which is a lot harder.
If he had said that, the guy might have posted the video and said this was an amazing, or maybe he wouldn't have if he goes, you know what, I'm really sorry I did it. That was stupid.
I mean, I see that energy in my neighborhood all the time. Like, it's definitely something that white guys do a lot, especially this age when they have some success in business, where they're used to being like in these jobs where people answer to them. They're some kind of middle management boss, but they love that power. They love telling people what to do and being the boss, and they take that energy with them when they go home. And they act like when they're walking down the street, they're still somebody's boss. And it's like, you left your office, dude. You're not in charge here.
No.
This guy.
And so he wants, you're right, it's ego. He needs to be right. He
doesn't want to be wrong.
He's
because
like,
it's embarrassing.
I live in this building and you're not supposed to be here.
Now that he's on now that he's being taped. Now that he's being taped.
Yeah.
He has to go through with it because otherwise he's on tape admitting he was wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
What a fool.
But guess what? If he just hangs up the phone and goes, all right, never mind, and walks away.
I'm calling the police.
It's not a video. If he hangs up the phone and he walks away, it's not going everywhere.
Well, he might still post it, but it'll be like a funny thing. It'll be like, oh, look at this dumb white guy shit.
And it would also, if he apologized and walked away.
I'm sorry, I got a little.
He might lose his job and everything now. After this,
but he would have
video.
Even with saying I profiled, I was wrong. But if he just said, "Hey, I'm really sorry," then people would go, "Oh, it's only because the camera was there." You know, he couldn't.
I don't think they would pass the video around like this.
Maybe not.
I think it's like when people have to get on the phone with the cops and go through with it because now it's a formula.
Now you're wasting the police's time too.
It's literally because this is the new. It used to be so innocent. The internet used to be cat videos,
right?
And if you want to hit viral video, it's a cat video. Now you need to find white guys or white people who call the cops on minorities for no reason. That's the new viral video.
Yeah,
and guess what? It's not that hard. For some reason, white people, not just guys, girls, love apparently calling the cops on minorities. Well, it's crazy.
What does Troy and Rhode Island say? I don't know we haven't seen the whole video either, Troy.
What's going on, Troy?
Hey, man, how's it going, guys? You sound like a couple pontificating fellas there. Nice. This guy's father was actually killed in San Francisco. Somebody came into his house, and he called the cops, and the cops never showed up, and the guy ended up murdering this guy's father not that long ago. And then what happened was this guy was walking out of the building, and as he's walking out the door, this guy came in the door. So he was waiting for somebody to walk out to go in the building. I know you guys live in buildings that have doormen and stuff in New York. I mean, would you want somebody just kind of coming in when you walked out without knowing who it was?
First of all, that's not missing half the story. I know that part of the story. His dad got killed 6 years ago, and he complained that the cops didn't respond to it.
So he's very jaded in that way.
But that doesn't mean that you call the cops because some guy's waiting for somebody
No, but he's probably thinking if someone had called the police on a suspicious guy, that makes it a little more understandable. He's reacting to it because he's like, if somebody would have called it's almost like if you're assaulted or someone you care about is assaulted, you look at the whole world differently.
But you're still right, Jim. In this moment, when he goes like, I'm filming you and I'm just waiting for my friend, that's the moment where he goes, oh, you know what? I'm being emotional because of this other thing.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Thank you, Tom. I Troy, sorry.
Yeah, all right, man.
I appreciate that. I didn't know that, and that does actually change it a little bit because there's some type of a thing where you're thinking like if someone had called the cops, my dad would be alive. Maybe. I'm not saying it's right, but I mean it gives you a little bit more.
Oh, I mean, there's always stuff, right?
Yeah. There's always some obstacle to overcome.
It doesn't mean
doesn't mean
he's a racist piece of shit though. He could just literally have that thing like what.
Well, he's not. Isn't his son? His son is like Asian or something, right? I mean, he's not. He can't be fully racist,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. It's tough to be like, let's point out who's racist and who's not racist. It's just like, let's watch people.
I've never called the cop. Like, I live in a building. When I was in my building, I just moved. When I moved in there, like the first month, the guy, I'm a white guy, but the owner of the land, one of the super of the building didn't know who I was and asked me, he was like, who are you? Where do you, because I was on the wrong side of the hallway at the wrong mailbox. And I was like, oh, I just moved in here. He was like, really? What's your name? And then like he asked me all these questions. I was like, whatever. It's a building that I just told him who I was and I had proof and it's fine. But I would never, I don't know. I don't think see the problem with stuff like this is all these people who do these things and all these people who are outraged. I've never met any of these people. I've never met anybody who's ever even met anybody who would ever do this.
Call the cops?
Call the cops on a minority. It's like,
right.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Yeah.
You should do a radio show with one.
I know, but I've done it. I've made the call.
Oh, because you thought a guy was stealing a bus.
No, I saw a couple out, and look, I'm not a racist, but the man was black and the woman was white, and I approached her, and I called the police, and I said, are you okay?
Wait, what was going on with the couple?
They were it was suspicious. They were it was a restaurant, and they were sitting at a table.
Together?
Mm-hmm.
Did the woman look distressed?
No, but you can never tell. So I walked over and I had the police on the phone. I'm like, are you okay?
Better safe than sorry.
Right.
Better. I see.
And I felt silly. She said, yes, it's my husband.
Well, it's probably, there was probably things that happened in your past led you to that moment. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
But there's such a weird line, too, between see something, say something. Like, that's what they're drilling in our heads. See something, say something. And then you see something and it's like, I get you want to say something, but you also have to read it right. If you're talking to the guy, if this guy on the phone can't pick up the energy of this guy holding the camera, he's stupid.
Right.
Because it's pretty obvious this guy's energy is not, I'm going to break in and murder somebody. It's, I don't care if you call the cops. I'm taping you.
I'm in the right here. I'm not going anywhere.
I know I'm in the right.
I'm going to wait for the cops and I'm going to film the whole thing.
If you can't tell when the guy you're talking to knows he's in the right, you're not very perceptive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not threatening you.
You are.
I'm not threatening you.
I'm going to be the next person. What?
You're just going to be the next person on TV.
Nope.
Just remember that.
Wish you'd tell me that.
That's why I asked you if that's your son. It's better. I will delete this.
Yeah, there's a trespasser in my building.
Oh, the poor kid.
I feel so bad for that kid, dude.
His dad probably does stuff like this. Somebody spilled milk in aisle 3 and they're not cleaning it up. Police, hello?
No, Dad, no.
Oh.
Although,
I feel bad for the kid.
Dad is trying to take care of business. It's like, stop whining. You know
that
what
is
I mean?
True. Stop your whinging.
Exactly.
All
like, let me take care of business, kid.
Dad, no.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Well, like you said, it's going to feel powerful.
And the guy said, I'll delete this.
He said,
Just stop.
Just stop.
Oh, the guy
Go back a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
the guy recording this is pretty reasonable.
He goes, if you hang up.
Extremely reasonable.
If you hang up, I'll just delete the video. This never happened. You can go. You can leave.
If he actually hung up and apologized to the guy and said, hey, look, I apologize. It probably would be done.
Yeah.
It'd be done.
Just remember that. And you have your son with you. That's why I asked you if that's your son. It's better. I will delete this.
Yeah, there's a trespasser in my building.
Trespasser.
Listen to your son.
It's the better. I agree with him, Daddy.
How
Oh my
humiliating
God.
when your kid's agreeing with the other guy.
It's almost to the point, I do believe it, I do, but it's almost to the point where it's like, I don't know, man. Is this more fucking Russian actors? Are they paying these people to do something? Because it's so convenient that the kid's saying exactly what would be like he would say in a fucking sitcom.
Right.
I don't know.
I
I don't
agree
believe
with
this
him.
fucking shit anymore. I genuinely don't. I'm starting not to believe it anymore.
From the mouth of babes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, the poor innocent child knew all along.
This fucking kid, he doesn't know what the hell to say. He's reading a script.
By the way, I would get that kid and I go, hey, check your last name. It matches mine, okay?
Yeah.
I understand you got your feelings.
Yeah.
Family supports family.
What kind of kid's Fredo? He's
Yeah.
fucking Fredo.
Hey, little guy, we're in an argument. You're on Dad's side.
Dad,
Understand?
Mo Green is right.
Yeah. You find out at Christmas who you agree with,
What
okay?
a bad boy.
Bad boy. It's a rotten kid. This kid is a real rotten apple, if you ask me.
He's always tired of Dad. He's tired of
You think
Dad.
he's sick
being
of
a
it?
nudge.
You think Dad's been a nudge before?
Oh, he's tired of it.
I'd love to punch his dad right in his face.
You're already sick of him, huh?
I swear to God, his dad, this is the kind of, he's got a fucking scooter or he wears sandals and jeans and shit.
Oh, he definitely does.
This guy definitely wears sandals and jeans.
Mock casual. That
Brutal.
casual. He wears like his casual clothes and somehow he looks less
Yeah.
comfortable than he does in a suit.
He's got like a fucking startup or some freelance job. It's like, do you make money? What are you
Right.
talking about? Your wife works. I guess your wife makes money. You just fucking act like this powerful guy calling the cops on black people.
Right. Right.
Dumb.
Yeah. You
He
know
probably
you're
goes
dealing
by
with
his full first name. Like it's not Dave, it's David.
David.
Fucking loser.
When your casual weekend clothes look like they're better pressed than your work clothes, like
Yeah.
you never wear casual clothes.
Yeah. Never.
I don't want anything to do with you.
In my neighborhood, my father
Wear casual clothes.
never.
I don't want anything to do with you.
In my neighborhood, my father hates guys with the full first name. Isn't that a stupid
David?
thing?
Like if you're Christopher.
Like
Well, what's
you're
your-
Jim, so it's fine. But if you like, whatever, James or something.
Like if I was
Wasn't
like
it Samuel.
If I was like I go by Samuel, I'm
My dad, this guy's fucking gay. I swear to God.
Your dad'd be right.
No, my dad. He thinks all gay men go by. He thinks if you're a guy, go by the full first name. You're gay. That's just the only way. To,
if I did go Samuel.
I'm
Samuel.
Yeah,
True, Robert Reed.
Robert
It
Reed.
wasn't Bob Reed.
No, he was not.
No. He thinks if you're choosing to do that, it's because you're gay because you want to be. In his mind, he said his thing is because you want to be closer to what your mother named you because you want to be more like a woman. That's what he thinks.
Your dad's a pretty progressive guy.
Yeah,
huh?
pretty progressive. yeah. Well, he told me just a couple of weeks ago that he's for the first time he's like I want to really respect that your daughter's a different nationality. I was like, okay,
That's a big step.
That's a big step.
I want to. I am not there yet.
Yeah. I'm like, you fucking dirty.
I
fuck.
know I put on oven mitts when I hug her, but from now on,
Wait, Chris, your daughter's 4.
She's 4.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So he doesn't, at the moment, respect that she is a different
half Puerto Rican.
half Puerter Rican. He's not thrilled.
how come Pop only waves at me through a window? He's getting there.
Yeah.
It's like Frank Vincent and Do the Right Thing or Jungle Fever. Jungle Fever.
Go. Please, I don't like this. I don't like
He's
this.
standing in the lobby.
I don't like this. Let's go.
He tailgated through the door as I left. He walked in.
Excuse me, operator, could you hold on a second? Hey, Junior, you want to go to the park? Maybe you shut up. Shut up.
The kid is scared.
It's just not. I don't believe it.
You think
I
the kid is a
still don't.
child
I
actor?
just think it's
He's
all-
one of the Disney stars.
You know what it is, though? The guy walked into his building when he opened the door. And the guy probably is legitimately waiting for his friend, but the guy opens the door to his building, which you need to be arrested of, and this guy just walks in. It's like, what are you supposed to do when that happens? Like, if you say nothing and somebody is assaulted in the building, like his father was killed, then even if his dad wasn't killed, then you're like, I should have called the police. Why didn't you just call the cops? Why didn't you listen to your instincts?
I think how
do you figure it out?
I think you have to say,
You're a real crumb bum.
That was my foot.
Could you get the sound machine away from your leg?
It's the fucking rope hitting
You're a
it.
real crumb bum.
I didn't mean to do that.
Is it connected by rope?
That guy is great. Was Frank Rizzo, right? That guy who says you're a real crumb bum?
No. Oh, yeah, the mayor of Philly. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. That's correct.
Real crumb bum.
He's a real crumb bum.
Frank Rizzo.
I think you do. I get not wanting.
You're a creep. You're a creep.
He's a creep.
Then he goes, I'll take the 3 years physically, and I'll forget the great laws of this nation.
Creep.
You're a crumb creep. You're the best.
Yeah, he's a fucking hilarious. Did he like drop a bomb on like a house in Philly? Or didn't he do something nuts in Philly?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he used to round up criminals, mostly black guys, and shoot them down with water hoses.
It's a tough city to be in
That's what
charge
he used
of.
to do when he was the commissioner.
It's a tough city.
Yeah.
It's a tough city. I think you got to just tell the guy, he's like, I understand you're waiting for your friend. You got to wait outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He did say that at first, and the guy was like, no.
Then you got to get that on tape. Because he's not saying I told him to wait outside.
Yeah.
You know, you need that part on tape. When he's like, sir, just wait outside, please. And wait for your friend outside. That's all. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Because I get not wanting him in the building.
Yeah, because he said, I'm waiting for my friend.
Okay, wait outside. And if that were okay, then that's okay. Like, but it sounds like he doesn't even want him outside. He's calling the cops saying there's a trespasser.
Right.
All right, let's go for
Appears to be African American.
I don't know if there's.
35, software engineer.
Pink polo shirt and a Yankees cap.
All good. All good. Software engineer, brother.
Yankees
So-
fan.
software engineer, brother. He's shouting at that job. I'm a software engineer, brother.
Yeah.
Tennis shoes, jeans, yeah. You have to be here for when they call him.
He's filming me and refusing to leave and saying I'm going to be the next person on TV.
Yes, sir. You don't remember this? The girl that was like told he's married. Wow.
The guy on the other end of 911 is like, yeah, he's talking about barbecue Becky. Like, what are you doing, sir? Why are you being that guy right now? You're being the guy. The guy that you see on the internet, you're being that guy.
Did you hear when Condo Chris said he appears to be African American?
Yes, trying to be polite. Well, I don't want to accuse.
I mean, I saw a photo of this guy. He does not appear to be African American. He is very African American.
You will make the assertion that he is
see
indeed
him.
African American?
Yeah. Like, there's no question.
You don't think so?
No.
5'10", 0722.
Yeah, that's illegal to call cops
He
on
said he's
African
here for a
Americans.
friend. He said he's waiting for a friend, and I asked
Yes.
him to dial on the call box, and he said he would not. So I have no way to know if his friend is actually here.
Yeah, so I'm here to just rob whatever. What,
I'm
a
asking
mailbox?
I'm just asking you for your friend's name.
I don't give a fuck. I don't have to tell you shit.
Hey, stop cursing in front of the kid.
These guys had enough.
This guy now I'm back on the Condo Chris's side because he cursed in front of the children.
Cursing's bad.
He's not cultivating.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
He's cultivating improperly.
Yes.
Yeah, he can hear me. I'm pretty sure he can.
No, he's not armed.
Is he armed?
He's not armed.
No, he's with a phone, with a camera.
Yeah.
The operator's like, look, sir, I'm trying to help you out here.
Yeah.
Is there something more you can give me than he's standing
He
outside
should have
your
lied and
building?
said, yeah, there appears to be something in his waistband, and then smiled at the guy.
Listen to your son. Walk away. I will stop this.
Yeah,
I'll stop the recording.
I agree. Let's go, Dad.
Hey, kid.
Kid's right.
How about you stop agreeing with the guy I'm in a fight with, kid?
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah, how about you agree with dad for once?
Yeah,
how
stop
about you
acting
take
like
my
your
side?
mother.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe we bring you back upstairs. Maybe mom's going to take you to the park. Because I'm not.
Maybe if your grandfather was still alive, he wouldn't be such a pussy. Look at him just caressing his chest.
I don't like this.
He's not cultivated well.
No, it's weird.
Sucks, man.
Who's this kid?
Hi, Kathy.
Oh, and the friend is showing up.
Oh,
That's the friend.
no.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy's the friend who's showing up while Condo Chris is still on the phone.
Condo Chris and Condo.
He's still on the phone with the cops. And here comes Kathy.
What a perfect name.
Kathy. Oh, no.
That's not Kathy,
Kathy
is it?
showed up.
Condo Kathy. Condo
No.
Chris.
That's not Kathy, is it? I
Please
wonder
don't
if
be
Chris is
Kathy.
like, oh, that's Kathy from the building. Oh, she lives downstairs. Do you guys know each? I guess there's been a bit of a misunderstanding.
Oh, Kathy is
the guy's
Is the
friend.
black guy's friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. I don't mean to call him the black. I just don't know his name.
That's
Right.
fine, he's a black guy.
That's right. We found out
appears to be
via
African-American.
the phone call he appears to be an African
Kathy
American.
appears to like him.
Oh,
Yeah, it appears they're good friends.
Let's see old Kath.
Oh,
she's gonna have big
I love
tits.
You, baby.
Now,
It took you so long to get here.
Daddy, look what you got us, and you let's go.
The dad just
My
can't.
friend is.
What's he gonna do now? The dad is
now
sitting
what do
there.
you do?
The kid realizes, like, Dad, we're in the wrong here. It's Kathy's here. Kathy just showed up.
Maybe he should fake like he lost reception. Be like, got fucking cut off. I'll call back later.
On his phone.
See, now the dad is. I want to see how he handles this because he's
fucked, dude.
fucked.
He's fucked because now I bet the offer is no longer on the
No
table.
longer valid.
Hey, that thing you said when I would hang up and you delete the video, is that still a possibility?
No.
That sucks. That's a real bummer.
Tweeting it. Tagging Sean King. Tagging him.
Wait, not Sean King.
No. Yeah.
Handicap. Just give me 1 second while you be an asshole to in front of your kid.
Oh,
hey, stop cursing in front of my child.
I'm recording you. I'm fucking recording you.
Go ahead, record.
All right, I'm fucking recording you.
Hey, don't use that language in front of children.
Okay,
exactly.
Now all of a sudden, don't use that language.
Right, because he's like, maybe I can get him on the language thing. Maybe I can.
This is I've never wanted to punch a guy more in the face than I do want this guy.
Because he's still
Condo
on
Chris?
the phone with the
Condo
cops.
Chris.
Hang up.
He is.
Just get off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Land's End jeans.
Your fault for bringing him out here in the first place. I told you. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, does Kathy have a cane?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually here.
Oh, no.
How stupid does this guy feel? No. Yeah, and he's actually really. Yep, Kathy's his friend. That fucking sellout bitch. She could have sided with me. Kathy's his friend.
Look at his face.
Like, they already greeted each other and everything, and he looks at Kathy. He's like, are you guys...
The guy goes, "Hi, Kathy." She goes, "Hi, man," with the camera, and he goes, "Is he your friend?" He's just hoping she'll go, "No."
Yeah.
He's here to rob me.
Fucking dummy.
Go back a second. I want to see the face.
Okay, he's talking to 911 or whoever. Okay, it would appear he has met his friend.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm recording you. I'm fucking recording you.
Go ahead, record.
All right, I'm fucking recording you.
Hey, don't use that language in front of children.
Oh, well, it was your fault for bringing him out here in the first place. I told you. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually here.
Yeah, he's actually here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording
He
you.
refused to identify that he was here with a person.
Yeah.
And now
Look
he's
at you,
filming
look at you,
me.
look at you, look at you.
What's
Look at
he
you.
doing?
Look at you, look at you, look at you.
Stop filming.
Look at you.
Take
No,
your phone
no,
away
no,
from me.
If you
Take
touch
your
me,
phone
I'll
away.
fucking
Take
your
your phone.
kid.
Take your phone away from
Okay,
me.
no, I'm not doing any of that.
Oh.
Now
He just
you're
hangs
gonna
up.
Be, now you're now.
Oh, I feel
Now you're online
honestly
forever.
like that facial. I do feel bad for Condo Chris. Like, you just feel bad because that moment where you're like, oh, I got emotional and made a mistake.
Yeah, but he's also a little too cocky.
He is.
About his
Condo
fucking
Chris-
shit.
Condo
He
Chris,
is.
because look, here's the thing. Here's what I really believe. It's like we've all gotten emotional.
Yeah.
None of us would do this because we don't have
No.
that ego. We're not egomaniac, nut job. Like, I mean, this guy is just like classic little dick ego guy. I guarantee you his wife makes more money. I guarantee you this guy is just a bitch, like a beta fucking pussy. Every second of his life, he's just a beta bitch. And then when this happens,
But he wasn't for a second. He was going to be the hero, and then Kathy showed
but
up.
that's what Condo Chris has to understand is he's his role. He's never going to be the hero in anything in his life. This is what he has to be here. He's here for to make other people better. Like you step on this guy. You step on a Condo Chris.
There's something so satisfying about the moment he says, oh, he actually is here with somebody, because you go, oh.
He's got the face of someone who's so busted.
But then when he goes, stop filming me, and he hangs up the phone, there's just something, even though he's totally in the wrong, and he did this to himself, and he deserves it, just as a human being to human being, I'm going because I just understand it's in his stomach now.
Because you don't normally see with these videos, you know that they get bullshit after, but you normally don't see on tape
Yeah.
the finale, which is the realizing. Go to the top. There's some funny comments on
Reddit?
Reddit or it's Reddit. There's
Did
one
this
here.
just happen, by the way?
It happened over the weekend.
It said, stop posting his full name. Second, racist, stop reporting this. We're not taking it down. But third, again, for the racist, we can guarantee you Condo Chris does not interrogate white people and demand their IDs. Take a seat. And that's the part where they're right. Like, he does not ask white guys.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't.
Or for their ID.
He definitely
he's just,
doesn't.
I hate that guy. Like, he's a guy, like, he fucking wants to, he goes and takes, like, spin classes.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck away from me.
And I mean, and like, you want to believe all things are equal, but
they're not.
How many people of color do you talk to that have a story exactly like this?
Of course.
None.
What do you mean none?
None.
Jim, how many people of color do you talk to?
A lot.
Oh, you do.
A lot.
You do.
Hey, go to Charles in Virginia.
Okay, Charles in West Virginia. What's up, bud?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Hey, earlier Jim was talking about how it's probably a security door, I think, and the guy kind of snuck in without, having the key or anything. So if I'm living in a security door building and a guy kind of eases in without a key, of course you're going to ask, hey, who are you going to see? And the guy could have just said, hey, I'm going to Cassie's house. He lives right here in whatever number. It'd have been over in 5 seconds. I don't understand why the guy with the phone had to keep, letting it go on and on. It could have been over in 2 seconds.
But I understand why.
And you guys are making the leap that he wouldn't have asked the white guy the same thing. How do you know that?
I just don't think he would. You're right.
Yeah.
Charles, I don't
But
think.
how do you know?
Because I don't think he would have. It's an opinion. I understand. Like, I'm a white guy. He saw a black guy in there and he got more suspicious of him than he probably would have a white guy. But I don't blame the guy for not. I wouldn't, if some guy asked me, there's that part of me as a person that would just go, because the guy said, I'm going to see a friend. He did answer him, hey, who's your friend? Mind your fucking business, nudge.
If someone comes to you with boss energy, who's not your fucking boss, and goes, hey, name the person you're going to see.
Fuck you.
I go, how about their name? Go fuck yourself. An apartment, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know?
An apartment, I fucked your wife.
Yeah, how about that? That's who I'm going to see.
I want to see the end of the video. We didn't see the end. I have to see how this ends. It's almost. There's like. Is there another?
That is the end.
No, that's the end.
Oh,
we can watch the last 15 seconds again.
Yeah,
if you
watch
just
the
wanna
last 15
see.
seconds. Yeah.
But I mean, I get what you're saying, Charles. But I absolutely,
He
I
shouldn't
think
have had to.
What's appropriate is that the white guy goes, "Hey man, like I get it. I just need you to stand outside until your friend comes down."
And
And
the
that's
guy
it. And
wouldn't
that's
have.
We
totally
don't know,
fine.
but we don't know that happened. Remember,
He would have said that it had. He would have said, if
I
the guy is,
don't know.
if the guy, if you're being filmed, and you know why you're being filmed, you know you're going to say, he didn't tell the 911 operator that I asked him to stand outside and he didn't. He would have said it.
And also, the guy said to him, look, I'm waiting for my friend. If you stop this, I'll stop filming. You're going to be the next guy on TV. Like, the energy between them, if he couldn't read, all right, this guy, whoever he is not breaking into a house after filming me and going through this whole rigmarole in the fucking middle. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
That's not the way criminals act when you confront them.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
like, let's not
Agreed.
pretend that people of color don't have to deal with people being suspicious of them all the time for no reason.
And like Sam always says, but most times there's good reasons.
That's
Sam
not.
does
I
say
know.
that a lot.
I've literally
Travis has
never
heard
said that.
Yeah, but look, okay, if you guys went into a black neighborhood with a security door and you kind of eased in, somebody might question you.
Chris,
two, 'cause you
but
don't belong to that
Charles,
neighborhood.
I understand the idea of wanting to match point for point and a semantics game, like in the overall argument
Semantic, that's right.
of who's right and wrong. But we both know what happened. He saw a black guy, got a little nervous and suspicious, maybe because of what happened to his dad, maybe because people are naturally suspicious of each other, and he didn't read it right after the initial moment. That's all it was.
And we're so eager.
Black neighborhood. Black people aren't going to call the cops on you. You know that because black people aren't afraid that white people are going to break into their houses. White people are afraid that black people are going to break into their houses.
We're so eager to say, well, racism isn't real. They're just complaining. That you can't point out the fact that anybody can clearly see that Condo Chris is a douchebag.
Yeah.
He's got douchebag written all over him. He is clearly a douchebag by every definition of the term.
Not for initially asking the guy a question.
Right.
But when the guy says, I'm filming you, and like watching that unfold where his just ego takes over, you could see dude, you drug dealers, criminals, people going to commit a rape, don't stand there and engage you by filming you, threatening to put you online.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't like cameras.
Yeah.
Charles, he read it wrong. Initially, you're momentary suspicious because you have your fucking locked door, fine.
That's fine.
But then he should have realized what was happening, you know?
Thank you, buddy.
Charles.
Appreciate it, Charles.
In my apartment building, though, they've put up signs that say, hey, because there was people stealing packages. So, like, they're like,
that's true.
please be careful of who you're letting into the building.
But that's why I'm saying I wouldn't mind it if he said you got to wait outside and not open the door for him. That's fine.
Well, the
But
guy just walked in, then he would have to physically remove. I think the guy just grabbed the door and walked in. That's my guess. Was the guy walked in after
I don't think he
grabbed
ever
the door.
asked him to wait outside because he said I'll hold the door for you. He never
the guy
said wait
wouldn't have
outside.
waited but he probably was like, yeah, could you wait outside?
Right.
Yeah.
What if there's something like that, and then you're like torn between, well, I'm told not to open the door.
Don't
for
open the
people.
door for him.
But
if you're walking out and he grabs the door, then you have to physically remove him, or what do you do then?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then you get there when you get there. That wasn't this case. That's not what happened here.
Probably not.
No, I'm not. But I'm saying sometimes buildings will be like, just be careful of who you're letting in.
Right, but there's a difference between being careful of who you're letting in and calling the cops because somebody's waiting for their friend.
It's a weird line. Like, what do you do to be smart? And because so many people ignore their instinct, and then bad shit happens.
Right.
Where's the line between, I'm being a little cautious and smart, and then not going, oh, okay, that's not what this is, and I should back the fuck off.
Right.
I think in 2019 you should just I would back the fuck off more because I don't want this to happen to me. So I would just back the fuck off. I mean, who cares? Who cares? What is that guy going to do? He's not going to kill your dad again. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. It happened.
Like,
it's
what
over.
the fuck is that guy going to do?
Oh, Chris, that's funny.
Do you think there would have been a problem though if the guy that called the cops was like, "Hey, look, sometimes there's a problem here in the building. I apologize for this."
I don't know. I mean, because the other guy was being fairly reasonable at first. Like, I'll delete this. This won't have to be a thing. Like, if the other guy had said, you know what, man, I'm a little trigger or whatever the word would be. I apologize. Because he should have read that this guy's not here to commit a crime, or he wouldn't be going through this.
Right.
Then it would have been different.
Right.
And then even if it got uploaded, at least this guy would have looked like, hey, he realized he made a mistake.
Yeah.
Even though social media never let him off the hook.
Because we could play the game. Would it be better if that? Would it be better if this? But if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle, wouldn't she?
And I'd date her.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to watch the rest of this?
Yeah.
Him out here in the first place. I told you, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
He's actually here.
Yeah, he's actually here. Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording you.
He refused to identify that he was here with a person.
Yeah.
And now
Look
he's
at you,
filming me.
Look at you.
What
Look at you. Look at you.
Stop filming
Look at you.
me. Take your phone away from me.
If you touch me, I'll fucking
Take your
your
phone.
kid.
Take your phone away from me.
Okay.
Is
No,
it the
I'm not
kid or
doing any of
Kathy
that.
yelling
Kathy.
at
Now
you?
you're going to be.
What did he
Now
say?
you're-
What did he say? If you touch me, I'll what? In front of your kid? What did he say?
He said fuck something.
He said, if you touch me, I'll something your kid.
He got a little belligerent at the end. That was not
'cause
really.
He was so right.
He was so right. He was
'Cause
gloating.
He knew he
was
would.
gloating.
He was gloating.
He was gloating.
And yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, go ahead. I'm recording you.
He refused to identify that he was here with a person.
Yeah.
And now
Look
he's
at you.
filming me.
Look at you.
What
Look at
you
you.
doing?
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
Stop filming
Look at you.
me. Take
No,
your phone
no,
away
no.
from me.
If you
Take
touch
your
me,
phone away.
I'll fucking
Take your
your
phone.
kid.
Take your phone.
Fuck
away.
you.
No,
I'll
I'm
fuck
not
you in
doing
front of
any
your
of
Fuck you in front of your kid.
Did he say that?
That's what he said.
I think he meant fuck you up, but he forgot to say up, and he just said, I'll fuck you in front of your kids.
I'd like to see that video.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this really escalated quickly.
Yeah, that really changed this into a fun video.
I mean, I'm sorry for making the call, but we don't need to have sex.
I'll fuck you in front of your kid. Officer, gotta go.
Dad, don't let him fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't let him have sex
The
with
best
you.
part is at the end when they zoom in, the kid's head is down in shame. Like the boy, the 5-year-old boy or whatever he is, reads this better than his dumb dad.
The way the boy acts, this is not the first time.
No, the lad understands that dad is a bit of a trigger guy.
And I swear this wouldn't. I never thought that I'd be changed by anything, but I don't think the kid being there would have bugged me before I had kids. But now I know what it's like to have your kid with you, and it's like I just can't imagine ignoring your kid for your own pride. Of no. Son, I need to be right here. Why don't you back off? Because on some level, he knows. You could tell this isn't going to end well for him.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know he's waiting for his friend. There's no way that guy's not waiting for his friend.
Can we see follow up on this story? I don't want to read the guy's name. I don't want to say his name on the air.
If you Google Condo Chris or something.
Yeah,
see
I
what
just
the
want to see
follow-up
what
is.
the follow up is. But I don't want to. Again, I'm not going to say his name. I'm just curious.
And Kathy's trying to figure out what the hell did she just walk in on?
Because the idea that they need to ruin his life when he's already embarrassed, like this is humiliating. So that's to me what the penalty is. You're humiliated publicly.
He's scrubbed his social media.
Probably the best move.
What city
San
was it?
Francisco?
I think San Francisco.
And his
felt like it was
employers
probably
had
San
no
Francisco.
comment.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think he needs to get fired over this.
No.
I think that the humiliation that he's suffering because of this video, that's the punishment, right? His worst moment has been exposed.
Just Condo Chris in quotes. in quotes. Like, but the quotes out the other around.
Right, because otherwise it's looking up everything with the
Condo
words
and
condo
Chris,
and
yeah.
Chris. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. What the fuck?
I don't know.
How is that not? It's all this stuff about Trump or different. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Maybe
I mean, it's very easy to find articles about it if you just Google his
Oh,
name.
okay. So
everybody knows his name.
Oh, because the guy was friends with the woman, and all right.
Yeah, it was what it appeared to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Condo
yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
was trapped, was caught on camera in his worst moment. And I would say that like having that out there for everybody to see, that's the punishment.
Right.
You know what I mean? All your coworkers know.
Because
what
I mean, it
happened.
went completely. We're talking millions and millions of views at this point, right?
Everybody.
And
It was everywhere.
And that to me is the punishment. You don't need to have somebody fired.
Right, I agree.
You don't need to call them and threaten their life. Just this video being up, you don't even need to know his name. People he knows are seeing this.
His life is turned upside down
and it's
regardless.
humiliating. He tried to he was a dick to a guy, and he is now humiliated. That to me is a great punishment. You don't need to step in and ruin his life by firing him. You don't need to you don't need to pay him back more. Punish him more. Like, it's enough.
Now, articles are putting like where he works in the headline.
Oh, I saw that. It's so unnecessary.
It's scummy.
Yeah,
it's absolutely scummy.
Where does he work? Bubba Gumps? By the Fisherman's Wharf. You ever go there?
No, I don't
It's
go
nice
there.
over there.
There's one on 42nd Street too. I like that. It's genuine seafood.
Yeah.
People like to see other people get punished. They like a bad guy, you know?
Sure. Well,
what is that? That's an update on on what's her name?
I heard the woman who's
Apartment Patty.
Apartment Patty.
She was the best.
Apartment Patty was great.
She's married to a black guy. It's like she's just reacted wrong to a guy.
She fucked up.
And she's probably a little drunk.
She might have been a wee bit tipsy.
Yeah. She fucked up.
So now that this guy has to scrub his social media because people be like, yeah. But then again, it's just people telling you you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also,
just go private.
Just go private is right. Yeah, because it's like, they start scrubbing through, and it's tough to not check, right? Like you could just go private or not check or something, but then you really want to check, and then it feels like your life is caving in on you.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. Well.
So shout outs to Condo Chris.
Condo Chris.
You did it to yourself, bud.
Well, he's the kind of guy, personality, I bet it affects him, but like he's not going to ever apologize, or he's going to tell all his friends and family, no, the video did this or that. You could tell these guys are egomaniacs.
He's going to make excuses.
Oh, for sure. He's a pussy. He'll do that his whole life.
Yeah.
But you could see
another angle that some of the news articles are taking with the headline is son begs father not to call.
No, why would you bring that up? No.
He
looks like a bad father too. He looks like a racist bad father. I'm not saying he is that. I'm saying if you just have this video, a lot of people on the internet are going to be like, "Oh, that racist bad father."
There's no way his wife. I mean, like his wife is bone fucking dry. Every time she looks at him now, could you imagine? This is your husband. It's like, this fucking weasel fuck.
The kid. He's probably 7 years old. How did he know better than you, Chris?
God, if I was his wife.
Condo Chris, how did the 7-year-old know better than you?
But the fact that they have to, just putting his name up is so like, what?
His
for
name,
what?
it's brutal.
It's not
That's
relevant.
brutal.
His name is not relevant. These are two guys. They had a thing. One guy will be embarrassed by it. One guy was clearly vindicated. It does make you think like, black people are right. They do get the cops called on them for no reason a lot.
No, but nobody really likes to talk about the systematic part of this. Nobody likes to talk about why is this happening so often? Who are we as people? Nobody talks about the bigger picture. They just go, oh, here's an individual that we can all punish. White people will all feel better if we can all pile on Chris instead of dealing with why does this keep happening?
Yeah.
Let's all pretend.
Then again, if Chris got the shit beat out of him in a black neighborhood in this video, it wouldn't get the press that this is getting.
Probably not.
That's the world we live in right now.
Probably not.
Begging his father. How embarrassing. Oh,
bad.
Gross. Fucking embarrassing.
Bad. You see,
and you can see his little laugh at the end. He's like, he is here with some, like he knew he was so fucked. When Kathy walked up, when he goes, do you know him? Yeah. Oh no.
She was so happy to see him.
She was couldn't have been happy.
Is the black guy gay?
I don't know.
I don't
See,
know.
that was a gay
He
Kathy.
sounded like
Hi,
it.
Kathy.
Kathy was so gay.
Well, we heard what he threatened to do.
Fuck him. He was gonna have sex with him.
That's true. I'll convert you in front of your son.
I'll zero convert you.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate domination.
To have sex with somebody? That's what they do in jail.
Mike Tyson said that. Used to say
I'll
that.
fuck you until you love me?
That's right.
Yeah.
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 So
I mean,
he wants
dude,
to really drive it home.
And by the way, you see, when Troy put in his first and last name, it was just every news source in the world had an article about this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And again, the funny part is, again, it's more, again, people talking about it is one thing, but it's what makes you loathe the press. This is not press-worthy. A guy called the cops on a black guy
love
because
this.
the guy was an asshole.
This article, 5 facts you need to know about Condo
Yeah.
Chris. And
Well,
it's
I mean-
like, here's his first and last name. Here's his place of employment.
Yeah, but
you
like-
don't need to know any of this
Yeah,
stuff.
but like you got like being outraged is like outrage is like it's like a part of the media now. It's a part of the news, like sports and politics and business. Outrage. This is a people
This
are
is
making a
part of-
lot of money. No,
Yeah.
it's true. It's like this is not going to go away because people are making too much money. So it's just kind of a thing we have to adjust to the new world. Is outrage is a news story now. It's an actual faction of the news.
And again, all the people who are doxing this guy and putting his real name up there when he didn't,
Scumbags.
they're fucking total scumbags because almost all of them are protected behind a fucking fake online ID. That's
Absolutely.
the amazing part of it.
Yeah, like this place that I'm not going to say where it is puts up his first and last name, where he works, where he went to college, they put up a thing
Yeah.
from his LinkedIn.
Let's kill him.
Like
Yeah,
why would you post his LinkedIn?
Like for what?
money.
Oh yeah, there is a picture of the gentleman who we were just looking at.
I don't think the video is race baiting at all. I
He
think the
does
bottom
appear
line
to
is,
be African American.
yeah, but they say some say the video is race baiting. No, it's not. The guy fucking wasn't doing anything wrong, and the guy knew he was being filmed and
Yeah, that's not
continued to
race-
call the police.
That's not race baiting.
The
Like
guy's
this
ego
happened.
didn't read it right. He did not read, this guy is in the right and I'm wrong.
Right.
That guy was right and you're fucking wrong and you should have admitted. He offered to delete the video.
In this situation,
One hundo.
that video is exactly what it appears
Yeah.
to be. In this situation, we should take a break.
Yeah, Daddy has to make him the toilet bowl.
Chris DiStefano is here. You know him from the video we just saw, also
Yes.
known as Condo Chris
Yes, that's
DiStefano.
Condo Chris, check my website.
Condo Chris ED.
I got a lot of dates coming up.
You can see Condo Chris DiStefano at Zany's in Nashville, July 19th through the 21st. Then he's going to be at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club in Vegas. Then he's going to Phoenix and Las Vegas and Chicago and Rosemont in August and Iowa in September. You can go to chrisdcomedy.com for all of those dates. Of course, History Hyenas is the podcast on iTunes. And anywhere in the country, you can go on Comedy Central's website to see Size 38 Waist. If you haven't seen that special
Fuck
yet,
yeah.
peep that special.
Peep it.
I got Montreal coming up on the 27th, one show, and I also have in August I have Ohio, the Funny Bones in Columbus, and I also have Magoobies in Baltimore. And go to youtube.com/Chip Chipperson. Riotcast gave me that page. It's all Chip stuff, and there's a new animation, and that's where the new animations are going to be going up. There's 4 of them, and a 5th one being made that have not been seen yet.
And what's the deal for us in Montreal? Are we accepting emails or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
Because if people are going to see Jim in Montreal, I'd
I
love
was
to
going.
invite them to come see the radio
don't
show.
you?
No.
You were so great last year.
I'm going.
Jimmy
I feel
Carr
like-
fell in love with you.
I know. I fucking love it. But I feel like they only bring comics like every other year, like guys like me. Like I don't have, you know.
I thought you had you on the list up there, no?
No, I'm going to be at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club in Vegas, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would love to have been there. I didn't
They
get
didn't
invited.
book him because of the condo
'cause of the
video.
condo
Oh,
situation.
Yeah, it
shit.
sucks, man. Sorry about that. Listen to your kid. He knows. He knows. Travis, are we accepting emails from Montreal?
Yeah, sure, we might as well. We just haven't officially announced what we're doing yet, which is the only reason why.
Oh, can we announce it?
Wednesday,
Yeah, of course.
Thursday, the 20. Is it 24th, 25th?
Yes, 24, 25.
So Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, July 24th and 25th, we'll be doing Jim Norton and Sam Roberts live in Montreal from the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival.
As we've been doing every year in the
Right.
same place.
Same spot that we do it every year. So real easy to get to if you're going to the festival. So if you want to be a part of those shows, if you're going to see Jim, or if you're not going to see Jim, come check out the radio show. Wednesday and Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, whatever you want to do. Where do they email, Travis?
Jim and Sam Show at gmail.com.
I have a feeling I'm going to do a live podcast there too, I think. I haven't figured that out yet,
You
but
are?
I think I want to.
You are.
I think I want to, yeah.
Huh, interesting. I didn't know you had a podcast.
Oh, I do.
Stop being cute, Travis.
I was under the impression they were two different people.
It's the character. Don't break kayfabe, bro.
No. I'm saying I produce a podcast. And I think
Oh, you produce it?
Oh, you're
Yes.
the producer.
My apologies.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I didn't know that.
I'll figure out a date and a place. I got to talk to Jim McClure. Why not?
What?
I just don't know if
Why
anybody
not?
would come though. That's the problem. Like,
No, you're right.
Can you
Nobody's gonna
stop
come.
with that?
no,
You're so
to Montreal.
I don't know if anyone's
fake
gonna
I'm dead.
nasty.
No.
anyone's gonna
It's
buy
the
the
comedy
book.
festival.
Yeah.
I don't. But that I don't know. Anyone
Oh,
want to
my
see Chip in Montreal. Chip
I
is
don't know,
popular in
guys.
New York and Philly and
No, but come on.
I'm
they'll-
dead. That's why I haven't done
No,
it.
don't
Did it
fall-
last
Don't
year.
fall
They're
for
gonna
it, Chris.
Yeah.
Do I look good
Stop.
in this dress? Yes, you look good in the
No,
dress.
you're wrong.
Stop thinking nobody.
I truly don't know.
Oh,
if
my
people- I
God.
don't
I'm
take
not-
for
I'm not
granted.
playing into it.
You don't have to. I don't take for granted that people will show up for that. I don't get fucking graphs on where it's popular. I just know from the live shows I've done where it's good.
But comedy fans travel from all over the country. to go to
First of all,
Montreal.
people travel from everywhere.
For little old me?
For little old Jim. Second of all, the amount of people that we get just for this show that would want to go
Good
to
call.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't think the people who come to our show would also be like, oh yeah, I'll go see Chip?
Maybe.
Also, the amount of people that can't come to our show because it's in the morning, and you would be doing something like later in the
Let me ask you
afternoon or
this.
at
yeah,
night.
maybe.
Like,
But that's
crazy.
that's literally my hesitation
Crazy.
last year. They offered
do
it
it;
to me
it'll
and I
sell
didn't
out in
do
a
it.
second.
Chip literally held up our contract negotiation.
That's on the.
Do you think Sirius would have cared that much about Chip to hold up our contract negotiations for weeks, by the way, if it wasn't the type of thing that would draw in Montreal?
I don't. Maybe not. I'm just saying that's why I didn't do it last year. I just worried that like you'll do it. I look at Canada as a very different place. Montreal's a very different place than fucking New York.
But it's not
not
Canada,
with the festival.
Canada.
They'll,
Yeah, this is the festival.
if
This
it were just in Montreal, I could understand. I still think everybody would come, but the festival.
The
I mean,
festival.
all those people, half those people aren't Canadian.
Right.
Maybe not.
Right.
Yeah.
definitely not. People.
That
I mean,
room is not big. I mean, it's not a huge room.
yeah, which should give you all the more reason to do it.
Just need a handful of people.
Yeah.
Would you think it was funny if nobody showed up?
I think it was the best
I
thing
mean,
ever.
it would make
the fucking
sense.
best thing ever. I would never stop watching.
Where's all the fucking people?
Yeah, they must have got stuck.
I would want to. If I was sitting in that room and Chip were doing a podcast and there was no audience, I would just want it to last forever.
Yeah.
I'd say, let's do a marathon. Let's go hours. I'd be elated, but it's never gonna happen.
No, of course not.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, if we can find a place for it, I'll talk to Jim McClure.
All
I
right,
kind of feel like doing it on a Monday and leaving it. It's just,
Monday.
no, meaning if I'm traveling up there on a Tuesday evening, I don't want to fucking do the podcast on I have to have one that week, so maybe do it there.
Gotcha. That makes
maybe
sense. That makes sense. All right, guys. We'll be right back with Krista Stefano. Stay tuned. Site. You can also listen to his podcast with Giannis Pavas, History Hyenas. That's on iTunes. He'll be in Nashville July 19th through the 21st at Zany's. Vegas at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club July 25th through the 28th. Then in August, he's hitting up Phoenix. He's back in Vegas. He's going to Chicago. He's going to Rosemont. He's all over the place. ChrisDComedy.com is the place to be. Did you guys watch the Home Run Derby last night?
I did.
No.
I think it's it's the only way to do this unless other than giving the players metal bats and putting up mesh netting around the stadium to let them hit like 700-foot home runs and maybe kill a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Then the way that they have it set up now is the only real watchable way for 2019 ADHD dynamics.
Well, I don't understand. So are the guys doing steroids again? Are they using fake balls or something? Because the amount of home runs that were being hit, it was more than the Sosa McGuire era.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit more home runs in the home run derby than I think 3 teams combined have all season.
So why? How?
Well, because I mean they're pitching, they're
dead down the middle,
right down the middle,
and you pick your pitcher. So,
but isn't it more home runs than standard home run derbies?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Justin Verlander is on record now saying that. I mean, he's starting the All-Star game, so they probably have to like sweep it under the rug, but he's on record saying the balls are MLB juiced the balls this year to make it more exciting for the fans, and I know it. And I'm sure he's going to have to get shit for that, but they don't want to deal with this controversy while he's starting.
Right.
I think didn't Max Scherzer say something similar yesterday too?
Or was it Scherzer who said
no,
it? Was it
Verlander
Scherzer?
said what you said, but I think Scherzer kind of intimated the same thing.
Yeah, they might have corked the ball, whatever they do, and they make a bigger.
Are they doing that just for the home run derby, or are they doing that in general? Just trying to get
home runs are up. I mean, in general in the league. I mean, you go to a baseball game now, you're going to see a home run.
Because they go like, okay, people were actually watching in droves when McGuire and Sosa were hitting all those home runs. That saved us from people thinking baseball was the shits, that it was super boring.
Right.
people are back to thinking baseball is super boring.
Yeah.
What do? We can't get the guys to do steroids again because we made such a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Our mistake.
Yeah.
We should have just let them do it.
Well, I think like if you're going to put in rules, like they have the rule now that the timer for like the batter has to step into the box and the pitcher has to deliver the ball to the plate. I forget what it is, 15 seconds, but it constantly runs out and there's no penalty that MLB even has. There's nothing in the rule book that the MLB can do. So it's like you have these rules, but you don't enforce them.
It should be, if it's the batter's fault, it's a strike. If it's the pitcher's fault, it's an automatic ball.
Yeah, that. When I think there might be have to come a time where like you can't foul off the ball 15 times. Like if you're on strike 2 and you foul it 3 times, you're out. We have to move the game along.
Right,
That
just so it
changes a
doesn't
lot,
last forever.
But it's like the world's changing. Nobody wants to sit and do this anymore. My father is a diehard Yankee fan. I would say the last 5 games we went to, he's been itching to leave after the 6th inning.
Wow.
Because
It
he's
really
like,
is slow. That dumb fucking noise.
stupid.
It's like
Yeah.
the only thing that's not evolving.
Yeah.
Everything that's entertainment-based is evolving.
This was good, though, last night. Pete Alonso, they call him the polar bear.
Well, yeah, because they're using kickballs instead of baseballs. They're just flying across the air every
Let me
single
see
time.
a couple of home runs.
He
I
was
don't like
hitting
watching
fucking
these.
bombs.
That was a line
Boom.
drive off the top of the wall. There it is.
That's all these guys do, though.
What?
I mean, they're all good hitters. I mean, so you throw them a ball down. Almost any major leaguer can hit a bunch of home runs if you just throw a ball down the middle of the plate.
Well,
like
yeah, it's
that.
for show.
Yeah, but I mean,
way
these
more
guys,
than
but
usual.
Like Guerrero,
Yeah.
I mean, what these guys were doing was a little nuts.
It was way more than ever
And
before.
adding a time component, which there's no time. See, like when you put it, but this, to me, this is evident of when you add time, an actual time into, because that's baseball's whole thing is, there's no clock. But when you add the clock, you have these things. I mean, he hit a home run at the buzzer.
Right.
To
That's
win.
cool.
So it's like, if you do that in actual Major League Baseball, that will make your game interesting.
I
They
hate
needed
the
to
home
do
run
that, though.
derby.
Right,
You hate it
right.
for the same reason
Sucks.
everybody hated it up until like 3 or 4 years ago when they made all these changes.
I just don't care about it no matter how they do it. Hey, hit the home run.
No, it's
Fucking
way
so
more
what?
exciting now.
It's an exhibition. You get to see the exciting parts of baseball.
Vlad Guerrero hit 91 home runs last night.
That's awesome.
That
See,
is
91 home runs?
incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible, but who gives a fuck? That's what they do.
The previous record was 61.
Good, he beat it by 31.
30,
I
that's
could care less if it
insane.
was 9.
That's like
fuck
It was
all
great.
of them.
It was
That's
great.
like saying, I this whole just eating dessert all the time, it's not for me. What happened to a good dinner?
I
Like,
don't-
just get your dessert.
I'm
all your home runs.
Bored
Yeah.
watching home run hitters hit home runs in the derby because
Yeah.
they're throwing them just so they can hit home run. I get it.
Yeah,
I mean, but I don't
that's-
care.
That's what it's
What
supposed
do,
to be.
well, do you
Yeah.
like the NBA dunk contest?
No, I don't
none
give
of
a
it.
fuck about that either.
You don't watch those and one mixtapes?
No, whenever a player does something in real competition, it's amazing.
Right.
Because they're doing it against guys who are trying to stop them from doing it.
Right.
That's why home runs are great. Because the last thing the guy wants is for you to hit a home run.
Yeah.
So you're fucking taking a screwball or a curveball or a slider and you're hitting a home run. You're doing the polar opposite of what he wants. When the guy is fucking spoon feeding you home run pitches, who gives a shit?
I don't mind them using bouncy balls instead of baseballs if it means more home runs.
More home run. I think they should use the aluminum bats for that.
They're afraid
fuck
somebody
it.
would get killed.
What
I think
else,
somebody would get killed.
It's time to start the show. The gang is ready. Let's go.
Fun to see you. Of course, the special size 38 waist is available on Comedy Central's website right now. The History Hyenas podcast is on iTunes. That's Chrissy D and Giannis Pappas. You can go to chrisdcomedy.com for all the info on where Chris will be. Nashville and Vegas in July, Phoenix, Chicago, Rosemont in August. You're all over the place, buddy. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, baby.
All right, yeah, and I got gigs coming up. Just go to my website. You know where it's at. And check out the Chip YouTube page because I'm actually finally going to do something with it. So anyway, see you tomorrow.
Love it. We'll be back.